Hi. Are you guys ready to rate some decks? Let's see, who's first? We have 8 Potato Ox at number 1, Rai Ramthel free to play at number 2. Then we have Mirai Panda at number 3, Dax Chewy at number 4, and then Minimum at number 5. Guys, I started early for once instead of late. Are you excited? Are you proud of me? I changed my stream time back to 10, so I'm 2 hours early according to my schedule. Oh my god, is that PP9009? With a Farfa emote? Oh my god, Stim was telling me the other day, she was like, I'm watching this new Yu-Gi-Oh player because I want to learn from a pro. His name is Farfa? Have you heard of him? Like, I think I have. And he's a pro player now, huh? He's like, yeah, he knows so much about the game. How do I get the first? You have to come super early. Farfa, as in the Yu-Gi-Oh card? Yeah, as in the Burning Abyss Farfa. I was like, yeah, I've actually had a collab with Farfa before. She's like, what? Oh my god. I sometimes forget you're, like a big streamer. 300 is going to be on YouTube too? It'll probably be on YouTube. I don't see why not. Considering tier lists are basically made for YouTube content. This Stim really forgot you're internet famous? She knew me before I started doing YouTube. So she always forgets. She'll be talking about things and be like, oh yeah. Hazukashi, am I right? You got it. All Mr. Log, so they're blacklisted. 300 is a huge number compared. It is. Hello, VTuber, shut the hell up. Thanks for the sub, Cog Stopper. Been watching a 12-hour combination sleep, very comfy. Thanks for it. You're welcome. I need to work on my 6-hour one. I have a 6-hour comp video on all of the failed cards and mechanics videos, but I was going to add an extra failed card and mechanics in between the sections again. And I only have like 4 of the segments written because they're a little bit longer than the other ones. Hello, Mr. Logs. What are you logging today? Okay, guys. Are you ready? Wait, which one is it? It's this one right here. Today, we'll be rating all of the archetypes. Oh my god, look, it's Stim. We weren't talking about you. So, we're going to be rating this based on the... I forgot what it's called. All Yu-Gi-Oh! Archetypes ranked based on Smogon's tier system tier list. So, here's how this works. We have... Oh, you can't see my mouse. So, we have Uber tier, which is basically decks that can only compete with each other. Like, this is where we're going to put the current meta decks, the strongest decks ever. Or archetypes. This isn't decks, this is archetypes. We're specifically looking at archetypes that are very powerful, not decks. Because there is a difference. Because a lot of archetypes are not like pure decks, they're like combined with other ones. You know? Like, for example, you take Virtual World as an example, they're usually combined with Adventure. Or if you take Tier Limits, they're usually combined with the Shizu. Or if you take Sprite, they're usually combined with Frogs. You know, a lot of decks are a combination of archetypes. We're looking at the pure archetypes. How well do they do? Is it just based on power level or cool factor? It is power level. Good lord, how long is the YouTube video going to be? Not that long as we don't go too fast. And then base, you guys can correct me if I'm wrong, because I did read into this. Uber is just for like the overpowered decks. Overused is basically good decks. Underused is basically like rogue decks. Rarely used is like garbage. Never used is the actual trash. Ubers is like banned decks. Yeah, Ubers is like banned decks, basically. Like the best of the best. They're so ridiculously strong. Overused is like all the tier 1 and tier 2 stuff. Underused is like rogue decks. Rarely used is just like decks that have never topped, but are still good. never used is like actual garbage. Like, we're gonna have a lot of over here. Yeah, Ally of Justice. Are we gonna cover Gladiator Beast? We're gonna cover every single deck, every single archetype that is on this list right here. This year lacks PA, anything goes. I don't know what PU is. That was on the thing I was looking up, but I didn't know what it meant. So I just kind of ignored it. You know how it goes. Okie dokie. So, what balance is considered TCG? TCG and Master Duel. 'Cause that's what I play. I don't know shit about OCG. Okie dokie, let's go. Oh my god, is that Loser Luis? Hi, Loser Luis. Loser Luis, why are you not a VIP? Give me a second. I need to VIP my favorite chatter. A VIP, Loser Luis. There you go. Is it alphabetical? It sure is. That's not fair. Life's not fair. It's not free. VIP is for VIPs. Loser Luis is a VIP. Oh my god, thanks for the resub. It's your boy Azilio and Nair. I forgot I don't have notifications turned on. Nair has been subscribed for 12 months. Oh my god, that's a whole year, Nair. Anyways, can I get VIP? No? No, only for Loser Luis. No one else gets it. In fact, I'll remove everyone else's VIP. Can I have VIP too, Yu-Gi-Oh, bitch? I'm gonna ban you. Okay. So, let's get into this. First up, we have Abyss Actors. Abyss Actors are actually pretty good. We're gonna put it in underused. I don't think they've ever... They might have topped. Have they topped? Let me look this up. I don't really want to look up every single thing, but I do want to look up Abyss Actors because we just started out. Abyss Actor deck type. They have topped an event. Oh, Pure. I think they topped a few. Yeah, they've topped twice. Once in 2016 and again in May of 2023, which is very recently. The National Championship of Ireland. Yeah, Abyss Actor is legitimately good. We're going to put it in underused. I think that's a good one. I know he's going to call DM dirty. What are you talking about? DM isn't an archetype. DM was... Abyss Actor is also like top tier over in Duel Links. So... Actually, slept on, read their cards, and you'll be blown away. I know they're good. I know how they work. Why isn't ABC first? Because I don't think the list I have is counted as an archetype. Okay. Next up, we have Sharks. How do Sharks work as an archetype? Let me see here. Sharks. Abyss Shark. We go over to S. Abyss Shark, Bahamut Shark, Buzzsaw Shark, Cat Shark, Crystal Shark, basically all of the sharks. A left-hand shark. This is basically Kraken control, right? They're pretty good, but I don't think they've ever really topped events. I think we can put them next to underused. Kraken Turbo. Yeah, they're pretty good. I think they're good enough where they're not in rarely used. Hello, everyone. Hello there. Next up, we have Adamancypators. I think we can put this one safely... I think overused is good for Adamancypators. What do you guys think? I'm thinking, like, they're very good, but we don't know if they're that good. You know? Are they uber good? Would have been Uber if the virus hadn't happened. Uber is fine. Yeah, that's the thing. I think it's like it's probably an Uber deck, an Uber archetype. They got Black Dragon banned in MD. They are good. At least OU, but Ubers. Yeah, at least OU, but actually, I'm just gonna put them in Uber. They're very good. Pure, yeah, over with Black Dragon. Okay, next up we have Alistair the Invoker. Overused. I was thinking, like, this is such a good engine. Should it be Uber? No. Next up, we have the aliens. Dude, aliens kind of slap. But I don't think they slap as hard as Abyss Actors. I'm going to put these in rarely used. They're a little bit too good for never used. Because aliens have this lock with, Here, I can just go to it and show you. Never mind, there's too many. So, aliens have... which one is it? I don't recognize them by name because I don't have super good spirit lock. So they have this lock where you can use Planet Pollutant Virus, which gives everyone an A counter for 3 turns. And there's also a Link 3, which prevents monsters from activating effects, I think. It's not this one. It's the other Link monster, but I don't remember what it's called. I don't think it's on this list. Whatever. Cosmic Fortress? Yeah. And it basically just like, it's a floodgate. If you get the combo off, you can stop your opponent from playing for 3 turns, which is pretty good. Or if you just get out Alien Kid. Not Alien. Is it Alien Kid? Let me see. But 1 8 counter all special summon monsters. Yeah, Alien Kid or Planet Pollutant Virus plus the Link 3. And you basically stop your opponent from playing the game. Yeah, it's a nice little floodgate turbo thing. It is, and it's not even that hard to get out, really. Because aliens do have some swarm. Just not a lot. Isn't Alien Kid super pricey because it doesn't have a reprint? I think so. Only $8? I don't know if that's super pricey. Next up, we have Ally of Justice. Oh, okay. So, Ally of Justice has a whole bunch of really terrible main deck monsters. But they do have Ally of Justice Cataster, which is a decent level 5 synchro monster. We're going to put this in never used. They're pretty bad. Look, now we have a card in every single category already. Dang, this never happened so quickly. Okay, next up we have Altergeist. I think Altergeist could probably go... Altergeist. How many events has this topped? How do you spell Altergeist? It's right there in front of me. Altergeist deck type. That's a lot of tops. What do allies want in their drinks? Just ice? Oh my god. I think it has enough tops to go in overused. Yeah, the new support looks pretty good. I mean, look at all these tops. There hasn't been one recently, but that is a lot. Okay, next up we have... Despia? Where does Despia go? Branded Despia. These tier names don't make sense. It's based on Pokemon. Uber or overused? Uber? Okay, I think Uber's fine. I wonder if it's better than Adamanticators, though. I don't know. They're both really good. Next up, we have Amazement. So Amazement is like a very small engine that only really works in trap decks. Even trap decks don't really use it. I'm going to say it's like underused. It's pretty decent. Rarely used? Rarely used also probably works for it. I don't know if it's as good as the underused cards. Rarely used? Okay, we'll go with this one. Next up, we have Amazons. Did you guys know Amazon's baby tiger was actually restricted in Duel Links? Because Amazons were such a top tier threat. I don't think they ever really competed in normal Yu-Gi-Oh though. Let me check. Amazon. Amazon is deck type. Holy crap, they managed a top in 2017? A first place top? Bull crap. Ain't no way someone took first place with an Amazon deck. This is a meme. This is fake. This didn't happen. We're going to put Amazons in rarely used. No. Sometimes this site is wrong. You have to, like, be very suspicious of some of the things on here. It's not 100% accurate. Okie dokie. Next up, we have Amorphage Goliath. So how do Amorphages... I don't think they've ever really taken a top before. Let me check. Amorphage Pain the Draco Overlord with Drytron. That one can lock you out of your first turn, but that's not what we're looking for here. Which one is this one? Goliath? Let's see if Goliath saw any play. Oh, Dragon Link, huh? Guard Dragon, Blue Eyes. Goliath is the only Amorphage I've ever seen. What about the other cards? Do they have Amorphage as a deck type? They don't have Amorphage as a deck type. Which probably means they're not played. We're going to put them in rarely used. Specifically because only their boss monster gets played and nothing else does. Never used? I don't know if it counts for never used. I think it's a rarely used thing because one of their cards is used quite a bit. But then again, so was Ally of Justice Cataster. Slot still sees play. Yeah, we'll go and rarely used with that one. Next up, we have Ancient Warriors. Does anyone know how Ancient Warriors, like, actually function? Ancient Warriors, Long Yuan. Whoa. There's a topping Ancient Warriors deck. They topped. They topped. They took 5th place in 2022. Okay. So I think this counts for rarely used. Still more than Ally of Justice. Next up, we have Appliancers. Appliancer Settle Applaud. This is the main backbone of the deck. No play. Never used. Trash. Yeah. Okay, next up we have Arcana Force. Trash. We have the face cards. Have the face cards ever seen any play? How do you type in the face card? You can't just type in face, can you? Jack's Knight. Jack's Knight. I know Jack's Knight has seen play before. Poker Knight. Extra Deck Monarchs. I know this card specifically has seen play. Queen's Knight. Oh. Okay, yeah, the face cards haven't seen any play. Jack's Knight has seen play specifically because of its type and attribute, which is hilarious. What they would do in Monarch decks is use this card when they got locked under Gozen Match or like when they got locked under Gozen Match or Rivalry because it was a light warrior which shared the same attributes as like their vassals. So they could use it in order to like tribute set it to get off the field, and then they could tribute it with one of their monarchs later. So it was more like it just had the perfect type and attribute to see play in Monarch decks. So the face cards, I think we can put them in never used. Which is so sad because their cards are really strong. They just require so many bricks. No, I wouldn't say they're... No, they are very strong. And they're also very recursive too. Like you just go into their plays every turn. Because they just infinitely recycle themselves. Rarely, they can be used. They're never used though. Joker Straight, yeah, they're garbage. Anyways, Arc Fiends. Do Arc Fiends see any play? I think Arc Fiends as an archetype, I have no idea how they function. Like, who even plays pure Arc Fiends? Arc Fiend. Is there Arc Fiend as a deck type? Arc Arcfiend Emperor, the First Lord of Terror. Holy crap. Has the Arcfiend archetype never seen play? I had no idea Arcfiend Emperor, the First Lord of Horror, had never seen play. This is like the boss monster of the deck. Check Cavalry. Arcfiend Cavalry. Holy moly, they've never seen play before. I was never expecting... I didn't think Arcfiends would be never used, considering how many Arcfiends there are. Dang, that was surprising. I never saw play just because Armageddon sent, but that's it. Yeah, like some of the cards have seen play, it's just like the archetype itself hasn't. Which is what I was not expecting. Oh, I forgot to change this. Oh yeah, this was the other card. Okay, next up we have Aromages. Summon Skull Beasts. Summon Skull Beasts haven't seen any play. Aromage. Aromage Jasmine. Wow. No play. Never used. Next up we have Artifacts. Artifacts, as an archetype, did see play. Artifacts themselves have also seen play as like an engine. I think this is an overused thing specifically because of Scythe and Moral Touch and Sanctum. They have a lot of good cards in their deck. And also, Scythe, I think it's called? Not Scythe. What's the one where you tribute it and cards can't be banished the turn? They have Moral Touch, they have Scythe, and they also have Lancia. Yeah. And also Sanctum's pretty good too. I think overused is probably appropriate for Artifacts just because they have so many good cards in there. Like there's more than just one of them that's used a lot. They have like 4 cards, even though 2 of them are used way more than the other 2. Do they have a boss monster? Yeah, they have an Xyz. It was pretty decent too. It was in my list on top 10 rank 5 monsters. Anyways, next up we have the Atlanteans. Have Atlanteans seen play recently? Atlantean. Atlantean Dragoons, that's the good one. 2020 in Mermail. They've definitely fallen out of favor. We'll put them in underused. Outside of Mermails? No. Well, the thing is, Atlanteans are like an accessory archetype that was made to be played with other water archetypes. What do allies want in their drink? What? Oh, I already read that. Anyways, let's see. Lancia, Scythe, Moral Touch, Sanctum, and Dagda. Oh yeah, Dagda. I forgot about Dagda. Okay, and then we have Battery Man. Battery Man. Deck type. Where's Fluffles? That's all I need to know. They're down in the Fs. We're not there yet. They have 2 tops. Battery Man. A 9-volt. This is their main searcher. 2015 was the last time they saw play. I know Solar has seen play a lot in like Thunder Dragon decks, but as their own archetype, I think Battery Mans are probably in rarely used category. Only B? OMG? What about B? We just started with Bs? Yeah. Dino players? Psh, we'll get to that. Next up, we have Battle Wasps. Have Battle Wasps ever seen any play? Battle Wasps Sting the Poison, which is their best card. It saw play in a B-Trooper deck. I think Battle Wasps are never used. Next up, we have Battle and Boxer Glassjaw. You guys remember Battle and Boxers? Never used. They did see some play back in the day, but never. They don't see play anymore. They're kind of bad. Duel logs, log in the logs. Yeah, because of Master Saga. What's Master Saga? Next up, we have Bee Troopers. Bee Troopers. The Bee Trooper deck type. Bee Trooper as a deck has seen one successful place. So I think that deserves underused. How are you disrespecting the boxers? Because they suck. Next up, we have the Blackluster Soldier archetype. Did you guys know that's technically an archetype? Black Luster Soldier Super Soldier. This is the deck. Super Soldier Necros in 2016? 9th to 16th place? Definitely never used? Yeah. Next up, we have Blackwings. Modern Blackwings, I think, can probably go into the overused category. What do you guys think? Never overused or underused? Because they're pretty decent. They do have a lot of tops, too. Overused or underused? Upper? Under? Underused? I mean, I can put them in underused. They got Eclipse Hards by tiers? Okay, we can put them here. What about Plunder Patrol? I don't know anything about Plunder. You think Plunder? I would put it here for now, underused, because they're pretty good. They top every so often. Overused, Yugioh. I did 5 list entry and took 10 hours. This will go super quick. We're 26 out of 312. OU because they're history and formats like Edison. We're kind of going based on like modern support though. Only thing I care about is archetypes and cyber dragons and heroes. We're not there yet. Next up, we have the Dragon Rulers. Their whole archetype is still banned. We're going to put them in Ubers. Next up, Blaze Accelerators. Rarely used. Cringe. Bloom Diva. Oh my god. Bloom Diva was an absolute menace in Duel Links. This was such a top tier deck. But in normal Yu-Gi-Oh, no one plays it. Oh my god, the Butter Surprise. This is technically an archetype. Oh, we also have Blue Eyes on here. Let's put Blue Eyes in never used. And then we have Butter Surprise, also a never used. Okay, Blue Eyes, Bountiful Artemis. Blue Eyes won a YCS. What have they won recently? Blue Eyes. Blue Eyes as a deck type. Branded Blue Eyes 2023. Blue Eyes. Fine. I guess Blue Eyes has to go into rarely used. Oh, thanks for the resub, Demon Head. Okay, rarely used. They're not at the bottom tier. Next up, we have Counter Fairies. Counter Fairies are definitely never used. Next up, we have Brotherhood of the Fire Fist. Rarely used, even with their modern support. Next up, we have Bujin. When was the last time Bujin saw play? Bujin deck type. 2015. We'll put this in never used. Next up, we have Buster Bladers. I think Buster Bladers probably go into underused. Buster Bladers, as an archetype, are always like just one good piece of support away from being broken. Because they're very, like, Buster Blader, the destruction, the dragon destroying swordsman. 2019 was the last time they saw play. Buster Blader, I think they're probably like underused territory, but they are technically rarely used. Aren't they an engine? Yeah, pretty much. Engines are counted as their own archetype, though. Are heroes good? Yeah. Yeah, they need proper support. The thing is, they do have very good support. Man, my throat hurts. They're literally given a card with the sole purpose of hard countering every other top meta deck in that year. Oh, you mean Blue Eyes? Yeah. Next up, we have the Bestials. This is an easy Uber. Next. Oh my god, did you guys know Mystical Beast is an archetype, technically? They're called the Mythical Beast. Mystical or mythical? I think they're mythicals. No. They're mystical. I'll show you some examples. There's this random card that no one plays. There's this card, which is the namesake. There's Calentosa, which is played with Melfi's. There's this card, which is random, like, support for, like, 5 types. Thanks for the raid. Roll off 3s. It's technically an archetype. Mystical Beast, Temple of the Kings. Mystical Beast of the Forest. This one used to be used back in the day. Okay, so an accessory archetype? Yeah, it's an accessory archetype. So we'll put it in never used. Next. Nephthys. I think I actually looked this up. I think Nectus. Totally misunderstand. I thought I was ranking them as if they were pure deck, but it's just how overly good their cards are. Yeah, we're not doing like decks, we're doing like based on the archetype itself. So like if the archetype has a lot of good cards in the archetype, like the only reason Artifacts made it this high up is because they have more than one good card that it's using a whole bunch of other cards, even if they're not played as a pure deck. Nephthys have actually like topped, I think. Let me look. I might be remembering this wrong. How do you spell Nephthys? Nephthys. Cerulean Sacred Phoenix Nephthys. Okay. Never mind. Never used. Next up, we have... Oh, the Chaos deck. Chaos is pretty good. We're going to put this in overused. Specifically because Chaos Angel is used a lot. A lot of the Chaos cards are just used a lot. Like, Chaos cards are just very good. Wait. Would Chaos be Uber? Because a lot of the Chaos cards are very good. Like, specifically Chaos Angel, Chaos Dragon Levianeer, Chaos the Magical Dragon. I think Uber is like... I think Chaos is probably Uber. One synchro isn't worth... It's not just one synchro, though. They have 2 synchros. And also some main deck cards. Like Levianeer, which is still played in Dragon Link. And, of course, Cola Serpent and, you know, Wyvern Burster. The Light and Dark Dragon. And BLS, technically. Some BLS cards are Chaos, too. Yeah, I think Chaos is probably Uber. They have so many very ridiculously good cards. Next up... the Hungry Hamburger archetype. How is this performed in the TCG? Chef's Special Recipe. Never used. The thing is, I think this is way better than a lot of these other never used cards. Yeah, I want to play it in Master Duel too. Next up, Chem Critters. Never used. Next up, the new Illusions, the Chimeras. From what I've heard, they're very good. I'm going to put them in overused. I don't know how good they are. Yugioh? Really? What the hell is Chem Critters? Chem Critters is a Gemini archetype. Definitely not overused? Are you sure? I'll take your guys' word for it. We'll put them underused. They're cool and almost a good deck? Okay. Next up, we have Chronomalies. Oh, Chronomalies. From what I remember, these actually top some events over OCG. Chronomoly. Nebradisk. Nebradisk. No tops over here, but they did perform very well in the OCG, so they won't be never used. Responsible for the Bitball MPK. I'm going to put them in rarely used. I think that's fair. Ciphers. I don't know if Ciphers have ever seen play. Cipher Twin. I've only ever seen Ciphers played once, and that was against me. And I won. Deck type, random deck. First to third place. Card Maker Series Paris 2020. This is probably a fake event. Yeah, this is a fake deck. Ciphers, never used. Okay. Next up, we have Magic Keys. How good are Magic Keys? I'm pretty sure they're not. Magic Key. Calcus, the Magic Key Sky Blaster. No tops. They're alright. You think they go in rarely used? Are they good? I'm pretty sure they're bad, right? Magic Key was used as an engine. Rarely used sounds good. Some of their cards have appeared in some of my top 10 lists. So, like, I know they're not useless. Like, they shouldn't be never used category, you know? A bunch of other decks, sadly. Okay, that's good enough. Underused. You want to put them in underused? We're going to put them in rarely used. I don't know about underused. Next up, we have Cloudians. So, Cloudians are not very good. Cloudian Turbulence. Turbulence. Where's Turbulence at? Why is it not on here? Turbulence is their best card. If Turbulence saw play, then Cloudians have seen play. Nope. I guess they're going to never used. Next up, we have Chrysalis. Didn't Cloudians have a Quasar build? You can do stuff with Cloudians, but they're not good. Like, their archetype isn't, like, as bad as Ally of Justice. But they're still not very good. Anyways, Chrysalis are absolutely garbage. Never used. Isn't that something below in you? Is there something below never used? No. I might have to move some of these never used cards up to rarely used. So that we don't have absolute garbage next to things like Cocoon Party. Anyways, next up we have Constellars. Has Constellars seen play recently? Constellar as a deck type. Their last top was 2014. When this card was still being used as play. Not recently, but they're alright. They got new cards? Did they really? I think Constellars are probably never used here. Let's be honest. Cubics. I think Cubics are probably in underused. They're very good. Anyone disagree with this? Never used? No, they're not going to go never used. I think maybe underused. They're very good. They're just not used very much, you know? Rarely used? Rarely used? Fine. Okay, next up, we have Resonators. Didn't they release new Resonator support? Resonator. Oh, Crimson Resonator. Oh my god. My Soul Structure deck? It's a new one, not in the TCG yet? It's not in the TCG yet. Okay, well, I'm going to put them in rarely used then. So, Yugioh, yeah. Actually, let me take a look at Cubics real quick. Not that one. That's a bad cubic deck. 2019. Top 26, top 64. Yeah, really use seems pretty appropriate for that. Nobody uses cube except for you, Mr. Logs. Shut up. Next up, we have Magistus. I've never seen anyone play Magistus before. Magistus is an archetype where they like equip extra deck monsters to themselves. An easy, never used? Yeah. Okay, next up we have Crusadias. I think Crusadias is probably just rarely used. They're alright. They can still OTK. Their boss monster is still good. Next up, we have Crystal Beasts. Oh, now this one's a hard one. I'm thinking Crystal Beasts is probably underused. Because Conclave Control is pretty good. Underused, I mean, yeah. Gotta be Yugioh at least. Yeah, if anything, my debate with Crystal Beasts is either underused or overused. Nothing lower than that. Okay, this is good. Lots of people agree with it. Testinas. What do Testinas do? Testinas are too new. I don't know anything about them. I have read their cards. I just don't know if they're good or not. What the fuck is Crystal God? Crystal God Testinas. They're too new. Ubers? Never used? We can't put them in never used. Incomplete deck? I'll just put them in rarely used for now. They're too new. I don't think they even have, like, Tistina. Crystal God Tistina. Yeah, they're like brand new. Anyways, next up we have Cristrons. Oh, this one's easy. They're garbage. Next up, Cyber Dragons. Cyber Dragons, Cyber Dragons used to always be a very good rogue deck. But they haven't seen play recently. Because the power creep, they haven't been able to survive the recent, like, power creep changes. Normally I'd probably put this in underused, but I think, yeah, this is probably a rarely used one. Next up, we have Cyber Darks. What about Cyber Darks? Cyber Darks received some recent support. Cyber Dark. This used to be an easy garbage deck, but now Cyber Dark took 7th place in 2022. That's pretty good. They were fine in Master Rule 4. This is a Cyber Dark deck. It's a lot higher than I expected. Yeah, I think this is probably just rarely used. Is top tier emo deck. Yep. Next up, we have the DD deck. Why is this one here? Let's put this in never used. The Graceful Mayakashi. Mayakashis. No one plays Mayakashi, right? Daki, the Graceful Mayakashi. No one plays Mayakashi in the real game, but it does see some play in Master Duel. We'll put it in just rarely used. How do they even use this deck in Master Duel? Does a zombie pile count? No. Bone Tower FTK? Not really. They have a really good Floodgate card now. And it's not that hard to use. I've never seen Master Duel. They take up some spots in like Master Duel meta. Danger! Oh my god. If you'd asked me where Danger would rank a year ago, I'd say like this is an easy Uber, but they've fallen out of favor hard. Even then, I still think they're probably Uber. Let me look them up. Power creep has just been crazy. Danger... Nessie's using most of the build, right? 2023, 2023, 2023. Danger, Dark World, Danger, Tier Limits. OU at best. They saw play with tiers for a while. Danger is really good. I don't think they're uber tier anymore, though. I think we can probably put them in overused. Overused, is that worse? Yeah, they won't go below overused. That's for sure. They're too good for that. Okay, next up. We have Burning Abyss. We'll put this in rarely used, just for fun. Next up, we have Dark Magicians. We'll put this in rarely used just so we don't upset people. Here, we'll put it right next to the Blue Eyes. They can be next to each other. Okay, next up, we have the Dark Scorpions. This is an easy, never used. They're garbage. Next up, Dark Lords. They were used for a bit with Branded, so we can put them in rarely used. DM isn't never used. Isn't in never used? Yeah, it's in rarely used. Dark Scorpion, top tier, but upside down. Garbage. Yeah. As a tier list called C for PU. For sub in U quality. For sub never used quality. Yeah, I guess I probably should have added that extra tier on here. It's fine. Next up, we have DDDs. DDD. Divisor King Machinex. Holy shit. How's this card in no decks? I thought it was at least played in some Labyrinth builds. Are rockets up yet? No, we haven't put rockets in Uber yet. DDDs. We'll just put this one in rarely used. I was gonna put it in underused, but I wasn't expecting their boss monster to have no hits, you know? Maybe we'll put them in underused just to be nice to DDDs. Okay, next up. We have the Deep Sea Diva Engine. They are their own deck. They used to see a lot of play with Halki Fibrax. Ever since that card got banned, though. They saw playing Marine Cess? Seriously? They have 2 tops in 2023. Underused. As their own deck, in U as an engine, OU. Well, yeah. We're also counting them as an engine, too. Broken would play with Broken Friends. I don't know if I'd count Marine Cess as broken. Sprites incoming. Oh, yeah, because they're level 2. Nice DDD. I thought you hated them. When have I ever said I hated DDDs? Next up, we have Despots. Oh, my God. These are garbage. Never used. Destiny Heroes. So Destiny Heroes have... They're not played pure. They're always played with other hero cards. I think Destiny Heroes are probably underused specifically because they have DPE. OU? You want me to put them in OU? Destiny Heroes suck, though. Here, let me look this up. Destiny Hero... Bloody Plasma. Where's Plasma at? I can't find Plasma. Plasma. Is it going on YouTube? It sure is. Plasma saw play in 2023 in a hero deck in the top 32. They're garbage. Phoenix Enforcer is good. Clock Tower Prison, Dreadmaster were some of my favorite cards when I was younger. Dude, Clock Tower Prison was really good in Duel Links because they created a very overpowered skill for it. Underused? Yeah, we're going to put them in underused. You guys don't know nothing about nothing. Next up, we have Digital Bug Rhinocebus. The Digital Bugs. So, Corbage saw some niche play. Rhinocebus saw lots of play in Duel Links. Yeah, we're going to put them in never use, even though they did see play in Duel Links. Oh my god, this list is huge. Next up, we have Dynamist. Have Dynamist ever seen actual play before? Dynamist Spino, which is their best card. Oh, they have seen play. I think they've seen enough play to avoid never used. They've seen play in my heart. They also have a Solo Gate in MD. Yeah, we can put them in rarely used. Good job, Dino-Mist. You did it. Okay, next up, we have Dinomorphias. Dinomorphia, the deck type. Dino-Mist were played in Prague? No, they weren't. 2 tops in 2023. Damn. That's pretty good. Is it overused good, though? I think it's probably an underused deck. Yeah, that's pretty neat. Next up, the Dino Wrestlers. This one's hard. Because their main archetype has never seen any play at all, but Pankratops is one of the best cards in the game. So they have one card that's so good, it's easily one of the best cards ever made. And then the rest of the archetype just exists. Yeah, Pankratops has an archetype? Technically it does. Never used by a technicality? That's true. They are never used by a technicality. So overused? Pankratops is an Uber, but the rest of the archetype is never used, and this is based on the archetype itself. One good card does not equal an archetype? Yeah, they literally only have one good card, and that's it. Same with Hulk? Yeah. We already put Kristrons and never used. Actually, let me look up Kristrons. Those, I might be wrong about that. Kristrons as a deck type. I guess we can move Kristrons out of never used. Oh, the Ally of Justice Catastor situation. Yeah, I think Ally of Justice only has Catastor, right? What if they have 2 good cards? Then we'll put them in rarely used. Like, we only have artifacts in overuse because they have like 5 good cards, which is honestly kind of a lot. It counts out Panka's always used, but the others are not put it in rarely used. I guess it does kind of cancel out a little bit. Pankratops is so ridiculously used that I guess it just really can't be never used. Psycho Reader is a double DD Crow for light, so it's kind of playable. Yeah, Psycho Reader was also played too. Bujin is never used. Never used because they're garbage. They did see some play in the past, but they haven't seen any play recently. This is all based on recent power creep. Pank solo carries the world. Okay. I knew Dino Wrestlers would be a contentious one. Next up, we have Dogmatica. Dogmatica is a very good engine. Where's Dark World? Dark World is on here. I just don't know why it's not over here. Oh, I think because it's Rainbow. It's probably down in the R's. It's probably down here somewhere. Dogmatica is underused. I think Dogmatica is probably underused nowadays. Yeah, it's still really good. They're just not really used anymore. Overused? Let's look it up. Dogmatica. As a deck type? No, not as a deck type. We'll look into Dogmatica Ecclesia, the Virtuous. It last saw play in 2023 in branded anti-meta, 2023, 2023, 2023. We can probably put this in overused. That's not that bad. Those are a lot of tops. How many tops should we put for Dogmatica? Ecclesia, Fallen of Albaz, Fossil Dyna, Apache Stuff. Wait, what is this? Branded anti-meta? Oh, I want to see this deck. This seems cool. 8 tops. This is literally just a stun deck. Oh my god, I want to play this deck. Nadir search, he's just a punishment searcher. 2023, 2023, 2023, 2023. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in the last year. So the last year is 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, there's enough. If they have at least 8 tops in the last year, we'll put them in overused. Not Uber, no. I think if Invoked is overused, Dogmatica should probably go in too. Invoked? Oh, yeah. I think this is fine. Next up, we have the Doodle Beast. Does anyone play the Doodle Beast? Doodle Beast. Doodle Beast Tyranno. That's the good one. Nope. Never used. Or maybe rarely used. They're not bad. Yeah, they only have 3 cards. I mean, Doodle Beast is only like, what, 3 cards, so they bring more from the anime? Yeah, I guess. Next up, we have the Zombie World archetype, also known as Doom King Baylor Drotch Control. I think I manually added Baylor Drotch in here to represent Zombie World. Rarely used? I think that's appropriate for it. They cute though? So true, so real. Underused? Yugioh? I can see this in rarely used. I think it's a little bit too strong for rarely used. We'll put it in underused. Next up, we have Sulfacords. Sulfacords suck. Sulfacord Cutia. Never used. Never used? Are you kidding me? I didn't think they would be that bad. And never used? Okay, we'll put them in never used. Okay, next up, we have Pendulum Magicians. Do Pendulum Magicians have 8 tops in the past year? Double Iris Magician. 2022, 2022? Nope. Underused. They do not get overused. I think they're a little bit too strong for rarely used, though. Pendulum Bust deck. Next up, we have Dragon Maids. Oh, have Dragon Maids ever topped in the TCG? Dragon Maid Shi-Oh. Oh, they have. And they have 2 tops in the past year. Branded Bestial Dragon Maid, Dragunity Dragon Maid. Okay, so they avoid never use at the very least. I'd probably put them in underused because they topped recently. Okie dokie. Next up, we have Dragunity. I literally just see Dragunity right here as a deck that topped. Remus is their best card, right? Dragunity Remus. Oh, that's it? That's their only top? Let me see. Does this one have anything? 2022, 2023. Oh my god, no. No tops. Yeah, this is rarely used. That's funny. They were used with Dragon Maids, but Dragon Maids just has slightly more use than the Dragunities. Don't they have some cards they played in Rockets? I don't know. Dream Mirrors. Oh my god, Dream Mirrors is an easy never used. This is one of the worst modern archetypes they've, released. Okay, Dreaming Numerlia. Numerlia. How good are Numerlias? Nemlirias. Did I spell dreaming wrong? I sure did. Dreaming Nemliria. No tops. How good is it in the OCG chat? Oh crap, we have ads right now. Guys, how good is it in the anime? I mean, in the OCG. Okay, you guys should be back from the ad break in 6 seconds. I thought we weren't considering OCG, but I need to know because they have more support in the OCG. Ad break over. Your community is back. Chat, tell me, how good are Dreamy Numerarias? You know, I think it was a good idea to have the card in the top right-hand corner. I think it makes it a little bit easier to understand which card we're talking about. Never used? It's never used? Really? I think Numerias are too good for never used. They're a sleeper. That's the only penned in the archetype. Wait, Dream Mirror has a pendulum? Do they? Rarely used, probably. Fax makes it so much easier. I don't want to put this in never used because they're too good for that. I'm going to put them in rarely used. Okay, next up we have Drytron. Have Drytron topped in the past year. Drytron. Alpha Thuban, which is one of their best cards. Thanks for the gifted sub, Terabyte79. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They only have 5 tops in the past year. So they don't get overused. They're in underused. Yeah. In Uber? No. We created an arbitrary rule where they need to have at least 8 tops in the past year. And they only have 5. OU still? Shh. Drytron, best Drytron. Drytron is an underused. Unless you guys want to change the rule to 5 for overused. Because they do have 5 tops in the past year. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Would you rather face a full power Drytron Herald when you're going second or facing full power tier? Oh, easily Drytron because you can just kaiju it. Maybe 6 for overU? I think we can probably just lower it to 5. 5 sounds like a decent number. 8's kind of arbitrary anyway. Here we go. Why do we need a number? Because we need rules so that we can break them. Next up, we have Dual Avatar Feet. Never used. Earthbound Immortals. I'm pretty sure these are never used, but let me double check. Earthbound Immortal Aslapiscu. 1 top and flew under Rees. How? Why were they playing Aslapiscu? They're playing in the side deck. This has to be a meme. This is never used. Flues use the Wing Beast one? Yeah, they can use the Wing Beast one, but I don't know why they're using Aslapiscu. Yeah, they're not even using the Wing Beast one. Yeah, if it's in the side deck, it's probably a meme. Anyways, next up we have Eldritch. Oh my god, Eldritch. Eldritch. I have to see this. Oh my god. It actually has 2 tops in the past year. Whoa, that's surprising. Let's see here. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 tops in the past year. That qualifies it for overused. And if I had done this list 2 months ago, then it would have even more tops in the past year. Wow. Who's playing Eldritch? Dead by Shizu and Bistio. Yeah, it's still seen play though. I'm surprised by that. Okay, it deserves an overused spot. They play under Droll, I guess. Okay, next up we have Heroes. I think Heroes probably go into underused category. Rarely used? Heroes recently won an event. Elemental Hero Stratos. Well, they didn't win an event. They topped an event. July 2023, which was like a month ago. And then before that, they have October. So that's 1, 2, 3. 3 tops within the past year. Heroes are mid, 7th place. I think underused is appropriate. People like heroes and they just like sometimes perform well. I think it's either RU or underused. Yeah, I'm going to put it in underused for now. Since, you know, they have Destiny heroes over here as well. Heroes were tier 3 in MD yesterday. Well, the MD tiers are just like made up. Just like this list. Next up, we have Elemental Sabers. Empowerments. These ones are the Empowered Warriors. Never used. Okay, Endymions. I gotta look this one up. Endymion, the deck type. It's Elemental Sabers. Never used. OU, UU. They haven't seen play since 2022. Since 2020. But man, look at all that play they had. I think rarely used is appropriate for them. Next up, we have Gishkis. Ooh, is the new support out yet? Gishki, the deck type. 2014. I know Gishki see play in the OCG. We're gonna put them in rarely used for now. Yeah, Gishki FDK. I love the Gishki FDK. Okay, Evil Eye of Selene. Evil Eyes have been seen playing Master Duel recently. And they've been performing decently. I think that's enough to get them out of never used category. Never used? Really? I think rarely used is probably fine for this. Been out for a while. Okay, next up, we have Evil Heroes. Haven't hero decks dropped Evil Heroes from their rotation? Evil Hero, a Dusted Gold. They have. They've completely dropped Evil Heroes. I remember when Evil Heroes were like the best part of the hero like playset. Now they don't even use it anymore. I think Bane is the only one played. How are they going into Bane? Here, let me take a look at their Omni Hero deck. Man, remember when they used to call it Omni Heroes? Now it's just Heroes. Bane, Malicious Bane. Bane was 100 card for a long time. It sure was. No, they don't use Bane anymore. They can't use Bane without a Dusted Gold. Like, the whole engine relied on a Dusted Gold to search out the fusion card and then use it as the material to go into Bane. Okay, so rarely used. That's so funny that the Destiny heroes and Elemental heroes are in underused, but Evil heroes are in rarely used. Yeah, you only play 3 Evil hero cards, and one of them is in the extra deck. Next up, we have Evil Swarms. Evil Swarm Thunderbird. You guys remember Thunderbird control? Evil Swarm. I think Evil Swarms have fallen to power creep. My birdies placed. Okay, this is a fake one. So 2015 was the last time they saw play. Never used. Next, Evil Tiles. Never used. I love Evil Tiles though. I used to play so many Evil Tile decks. If you look at my channel and you go to like my earliest videos, you'll see a whole bunch of Evil Tile like replays. Next up, wait. The Exchange of the Spirit archetype. Did you guys know there's a whole archetype built around this card? Ubers. What, for this old card that got eroded to be useless? And so the Ishizus? No, it's the Exchange of the Spirit archetype. It's an archetype that relies on this card to do all of their plays. They're kind of decent. We're going to put them in Uber tier. Explain. It's the Ishizu cards. They don't even play this card most of the time. But they are all tied together by Exchange of the Spirit. Oh, isn't this basically the sub-archetype for the Gravekeepers? Kind of. Because, like, their main trap card is a Gravekeeper card. If only it wasn't errata. I know, right? Okay, next up, we have Exorcisters. I don't even need to look this one up. This is an overused. Wait, actually, should this one be Uber? I think Exorcisters is overused. I don't think they have enough tops for Uber. Uber, nah, OU. I think OU is perfect for Exorcisters. It won a YCS. It won a YCS because it's an anti-meta deck, though. Exo Sister Martha. Check, please. See? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It qualifies for overused. The thing is, it is strong specifically because it counters the meta. If like everybody was playing Exo Sisters, then it wouldn't like be as good. Yeah, it's a counter deck. So I think it's perfectly fine and overused. Next up, we have Roids. Garbage. FAs. Rarely used. Fairy Tales. We can put these in never used. They're only good card. Well, actually, they have 2 good cards. Fairy Tales have Luna and Snow, and Snow is banned. We'll put them in rarely used. It won a remote YCS recently too, but yeah. OU sounds about right. It's situational. Yeah, exactly. Okay, the Albaz deck. Who even uses Albaz? This is counting every card that uses Albaz as a material. It's basically like up here in Ubers. Like, I don't even know why those are really separated. They're technically, you know, not every card that supports Albaz also supports Despians. They're basically the same thing, though. Okay, next up. We have Fire Kings. Rarely used until the new support comes out, then they might be usable. I'm only putting them in rarely used because they have new support coming. Okay, Flower Guardians, never used. Garbage. Fortune Fairies, literal garbage. Fortune Fairies, also garbage. They were decent in Duel Links, though. Fossils, oh my god, garbage. This deck is awful. Oh, Fright Furs, here we go. Fright Furs are garbage. Let's look up how they perform, though. Fright Fur... Cruel Whale, there it is. They have 1 top in the past year. Not Garbo? Oh, I'm sorry. I meant to say Fluffles are a very underrated deck. They're very slept on. Fluffles are able to do things that no other decks can do, which is to Scythe Lock your opponent and they can fusion summon during your opponent's first turn for interruptions through to the effect of Cruel Whale. It's a very good deck as long as you draw specifically into, what is it, Edge Imp Scythe. We'll put it in rarely used. Oh, wait, do you guys think this is underused? Do you think this is the same tier as like Heroes? It's rare. I'm rare. I went to a full diner and we're already on Fluffles. Oh, we've only been doing this. We're only at 106 out of 312 cards. Shows up in Despia decks a lot. Very close to Heroes. Really? Oh yeah, they do have a card that shows up in Despia decks a lot. I forgot about that. Okay, I can go to sleep now. I'm content. Yeah, I'll put them in underused. I forgot they have yeah, Edge Imp Chain and the card that searches out polymerization. Okay, Edge Imp Chain, you definitely elevated the Fright Fur archetype a little bit. So one that pulls poly, Fright Fur Patchwork. Yeah. Fright Fur Patchwork, that's what it's called. Because Fright Fur Patchwork is really good. It's literally just like a +1. It's like a Pot of Greed that can be searched out. Okie dokie. Now we'll go over to G-Golems. I shall not sleep until I see my Dark World. Dark World's like at the very bottom because Rainbow started with an R. Okay, bye everyone. See ya. G-Golem. Invalid. The fuck is this called? Invalid Dolem. 0 play. I have seen him in some deck lists in the OCG though. G-Golems are not useless. They're not never used useless. We'll put them in rarely used. G-Golem is Dog Towers. Yeah. They're fine. Gagagas suck nowadays. Ooh, Gaia the Magical Knight of Dragons. I want to see if this saw any play. Because this used to be a meta deck in Duel Links. Gaia, which is generally not the Magical Knight of Dragons. Generally not a good sign of the decks I'll play in the TCG. Okay, this is never used. Did they get the new fusion yet? Now, Gateway the 6. Gateway of the 6. Last saw play in 2018. Never used. No, Gateway of the 6 is too powerful for never used. We'll put it in rarely used. Okay, next up we have Gear Gaia Armor. Never used. Gear Town. Never used. Gem Knights. I think Gem Knights... They have the FTK banned, but they don't have it banned in Master Duel. Gem Knights are either rarely used or underused. We'll just put in rarely used. It's fine. Geminis. Never used. Gen X. Ooh, we should put Gen X right next to Ally of Justice's garbage. Never used. Ghost Tricks. Ghost Tricks. The Leerless FTK. Subterror Zodiac. You're going to make the Ghost Trick community angry. Ghost Tricks as an archetype are bad. However, they have a very good engine that allows you to go into Utopia Drake, Utopic Drake, Utopo, what is it called? Utopia Draco Future? Utopic Draco Future, which is a very good negate boss monster. They're like one of the few ways to go into it with like a single card. And you can do that as long as you have a single card that brings out, you know, 2 level 1s, 2 level 2s, or 2 level 3s, and you can go into it. The engine is pretty good if you can afford the extra deck space for it. And it only plays 1 main deck brick. I think the engine's good enough and uses enough of their cards where we can put it in rarely used. Even if the actual deck itself is definitely a never used type thing. Okay, next up. Oops. We have Goatee. Goatee. So has Goatee ever seen a top? Goatee of the Deep Beyond. Of the Deep Beyond. Oof, no tops. No tops. How did they perform in Master Duel meta? Goatee of the Deep Beyond. August. These are all very recent. Look at all of these decks. Top 8, top 4. Really going above and beyond for still. If I put it in never used. Decade is live. Oh my god, Decade is live. Look, we can watch him right here. If we scroll down to the bottom, we can watch his stream. I hope this counts as one of his views. So I think goatees are very slept on. I think they're probably underused. Because, and therefore, if you look over here in Master Duel, they have seen lots of play, specifically with Tier Laments and Punk, and also it looks like Synchrons and Bestials, and they perform well, getting top 4 and a top 8, and also hitting Master 1, and that means they are just like slept on, even though they can totally win events You just have to believe in Jesus. 75 is just the same guy. Is it really? Boss. It's just the same guy. So they're just a slept on archetype that's probably underused, bordering on overused. Just put them in Uber and see if anybody even notices. No, we can't put them in Uber because that would ruin the integrity of the list. However, underused is probably fine because Goaty is a modern archetype, which is alright, I guess. Whatever. Yeah, teach the fish how to synchro summon. Okay, next up. We have Gimmick Puppets. There's one Gimmick Puppet card that sees a lot of play. We'll put them in rarely used because of that. I don't know what you guys are talking about. Gladiator Beast? I think Gladiator Beast actually saw a little bit of play. Gladiator as a deck type. Oh, I thought they saw some play with like the modern support. Man, Gladiator Beast used to be a top tier, like almost a tier 0 deck. You guys don't know how good Gladiator Beast used to be. Never used. Okay, Gold Pride. Gold Pride's good, right? How good is it, though? 2 tops in the past year. I hate Glad Beast from the past. I love Glad Beast from the past. We'll put this one in underused. GP is a sleeper. Yeah, I think they're like a sleeper deck for reals. It's a solid enough deck with Punk. Yeah, Gold Pride's pretty decent. Baller. And it even has 2 recent tops. We can put it in underused. I think that's fine. Okay, next up, we have the Gorgonic deck. Did Gorgonic Guardian ever see any play? I love Gorgonic Guardian. You guys know what this card does? It has a quick effect to negate the effects of a monster on the field and to lower their attack to 0 permanently. And also, once per turn, it can destroy a monster with 0 attack on the field. It's such a good card. Like, the only problem with this card is the fact that its materials is 2 level 3 rock monsters. If it was generic, this card would probably be banned because it's just, like, really good. Gorgonic Guardian. Not a reptile. It saw play in Brilliant Magnet Warriors. That sounds about right. Yeah, Duel Links moment. Gorgonix is never used, unfortunately. They're bad. Even though their boss monster is very, very good. Next up, we have Goki. Have Goki seen play recently? Goki. The Goki deck type. They last saw play in 2021 in a 60-card warrior deck. Rarely used. Remember when Goki used to be super good? Underused maybe? Goki is goated? Goki's garbage. They're rarely used now. Nobody plays it anymore. Oh my god, is that San Celine? Hello there. The topologics were broken, I guess. Goyos. The Goyos suck. Never used. Gravekeepers. Gravekeepers haven't seen play in ages. Never used. Gradles. Let me look up Gradles. Gradle Impact. I don't think Gradles ever saw play. Gradle Kaiju, Yosenjus. Oh, they did see a little bit of play. Share if you play Gravekeepers. Oh wait, Gravekeepers did actually see a little bit of play. I remember that meme. Gravekeeper as a deck type. Last saw play in 2020. Nah. I think rarely used is probably more appropriate for them. Also, they technically have Necro Valley. Yeah, I guess that's true. They do technically have Necro Valley. Whereas Goyles don't have anything that are used anymore. Okay, next up. The Gadgets. Has anyone played Gadgets recently? Green Gad. Man, the Gadgets used to be like the Alistair, the Invoker of the old school Yu-Gi-Oh! If you had a normal summon to spare, you could play the Gadget engine. Gadget's done in 2017. Never used. I gotta look up Nordics. I don't actually know if Nordics saw play or not. How do you spell this? Gull. The Nordic Ascendant. 24. What? They didn't have Link monsters in 2014. Topped once in 20. This doesn't make sense. This is literally fake. They topped at least once. Never used. Okay, next up we have Gukin Suship Shari. I think Gukins are like underused. I don't want to look them up. Gukin Suship Shari. They saw play once. Suship Tier Limits 2022. Suship. Shari. July. Wow, Goatee has more recent tops than Suships. We'll put this in rarely used. The unbiased logs? What do you mean the unbiased logs? I'm so unbiased, it's not even funny. Mikanos! Are Mikanos good? I'm pretty sure they haven't topped any events, but they did have to ban some of them from like one of the alt formats because they're basically towers. Suplay Kaship on Twitter bumps it up. No. The heck is a Mikano? They're like a they're like an equip ritual deck. They were like, hey, let's take two of the worst mechanics in the game and make a deck that combines them together. Mikano Liberamancer is an actual deck. They are pretty good. Really? Mikanko Hare, the Minko Sword. I don't think this one. 60 card Adventure Liberamancer Mikanko Warrior. Okay, well that's enough to put them in rarely used. In a tier format. That's surprising. Do you think they go into underused category? No, I think rarely used is fine. Next up, we have Harpies. Have Harpies seen play recently? I don't think they have. Harpy as a deck type. Last saw play in 2019. Top 64. That's not even a very good top, but it is technically still a top. Okay, so this is rarely used or never used. What do you guys think? I'm thinking never used. Because they're garbage. Their last top was a long time ago. Never used properly. Next to DM. You only put it next to DM. Featherstorm alone is Uber. Not even all like Flew Under Reese decks played anymore. Featherstorm is busted. Harpy's Feather Duster is technically a Harpy's card. I think it's probably a never used. All Flew play it. I don't know. Harpies have 2 broken cards. They do technically have 2 broken cards. Okay, fine. Rarely used. It feels weird putting it next to like Mikanos though. Because Harpies are garbage. Fine, whatever. Hazy Flames. This is an easy never used. Heraldic Beast. Never used. Heroic Champions. Even with the new support, I still think they're in never used territory. Ice Barriers. Never used. Hieratic Dragon of Tinuit. Never used. The Charmers. Ooh, Charmers are used a lot. We'll put them in and overused. Because like the extract Charmers are actually used quite a bit. Actually, they might even be Ubers because they're used so much. What do you guys think? Are Charmers Ubers or overused? Rarely used. Spiritual Water Art Aoi seen play now. D'Arc sees a shit ton of play. I think overuse is probably good. Even before D'Arc came out, Hita saw a lot of play too. Like I think literally every single one of the extra deck Charmers has seen competitive play. Dragonlet uses Autumn and Hieratic Seals. They're at least rarely used. I think overuse is probably good for the Charmers. Like, how many decks can say every single one of their extra deck monsters has been used in other decks? They rarely win on their own. That doesn't matter. Okay. Next up, we have Ice Jades. Back from the ads. Oh, you guys missed it. We rated a whole bunch of cards while you guys were gone. Ice Jade. Actissi. Never used. Did you rank Stellar Knights? Oh, I haven't got to Stellar Knights yet. Alt arts though? Is it an alt art? Actussi? Acti. I don't even know how the pure Ice Jades play. Ice Jades would be better if they were rock monsters. Ice Jade is A tier in my heart. Next up, Ignites. Have Ignites seen playing the TCG? I know they see playing FDK decks in Master Duel. In 2016 was the last time they saw play. Never. Incantations. Incantations have been completely power crept by Drytrons. So underused probably. Incantation Chalice Slime. 2020, 2020. Probably not underused. We'll put it in rarely used. Yeah, rarely. Okay, Infernities. Ooh, when was the last time Infernities saw play? This used to be such a ridiculously... I think Infernities are like one of the most successful decks of all time. 2018 was their last play. Wow. I can't put this in never used. They were so good in the past. I have to put them at least in rarely used. Okay, Infernoble Knights. I think Infernoble Knights is probably an underused. Nah, let's put in rarely used. They can't combo anymore without that one card. Launcher's been on the ban list. Yugioh? Let's look up Infernoble Knights. Infernoble Knight Renaud. 2023? Really? With the new support? I mean, I'm fine putting it underused. With the new support. I don't know what the new support does. I don't even know if it's good. Next up, we have Infernoids. Infernoids. Rarely used. Easy. Okay, Infinite Tracks. Didn't they top an event recently? Infinite Tracks, also known as Earth Machines. Infinite Track Tunneler. Tunneler is the good one, right? How come I can't find Tunneler here? Infinite Track Tunneler. 2023, 2023, 2023, 2023. Holy shit, is this overused? Because they're in Super Heavy Samurais. No fucking way. Infinite Tracks are overused? Right next to the Charmers? Dang, I wasn't expecting that. This is all... These are all different people. I don't see any repeat names. Damn. I didn't think Infinite Tracks were that good. They're more successful than this archetype right here. I forgot the name. Axis Sisters. Harvester is more representation of Earth Machines. Really, Harvester is. I thought Tunneler was the good one. Which one is Harvester? Infinite Track. Harvester. If this card normal or special summon, add an Infinite Track monster from your deck to your hand. You can target one of the machine monsters you control. Its levels both that monster and this card become the combined original levels of those two until the end of this turn. You can affect once per turn. Oh, it's like their Stratos. Okay, that makes sense. Infinite Track can win on its own? It doesn't matter if they can win on their own. Okay, next up, we have Interrupted Kaiju Slumber. The Kaijus! Kaijus, I think, I don't care to look them up. They are still being used pretty heavily. They're overused. Next up, we have Insectors, rarely used. OU? Yeah, people still use Kaijus. Next up, we have Iron Chains. Never used. Garbage. Next up, when was the last time Lightsworn saw play? With Judgment Dragon, which is spelled wrong. Judgment Dragon. It's spelled wrong, right? Dragon. OU. Kaijus are OU. Yeah, Kaijus are definitely OU. Uber? You think Kaijus are Uber? I don't think Kaijus are Uber. They're not used that much. Holy shit, 2019. Okay, rarely used is probably good for Lightsworns. You're back? Welcome back. Glad Fluffle's pretty high. I'm glad I can try to help put on the map my recent top and stuff. Were you the one who topped with them? Oh my god, that's hilarious. We have an actual proer in chat. We call them proers, pro gamers. Oh yeah, they also did really well in the MCS. I forgot about that. Does Ice Jade Synchro count for its usage? It does. Ice Jades have a very good synchro. Ice Jade. What's the Ice Jade synchro called? That's not it. Grimoire? Ice Jade. Grimir. It's only seen playing 2 decks. Grimir, Ardrenine. There's also the Ice Jade Dragon, right? Or is it called something else? Ice Jade. Yeah, you're probably running it again. Ice Blade? Is it called Ice Blade, not Ice Jade? Okay. Ice Blade Dragon, that's Mirror Jade. Yeah, Mirror Jade. No. Ice Jades have a very good synchro monster. Grimoire is excellent. If you can go into it, you should be playing it as level 10 synchro. Okie dokie. Next up, we have Junks. Junk. Is Junk here? Junk is a VTuber. It's Ice Jade. Junku. 2017 was the last time Junk saw play. There are other Junk decks, though. Dark Synchro. What's a better card to represent Junk as an archetype? Not that one. Imagine if someone did an entire series of something ranking every deck in the game. Couldn't be me. Monkey Fight TCG. Are you ranking every deck in the game? Holy shit. Speeder? We can check out Junk Speeder. Junk Speed. The thing is, doesn't Junk Speeder play Junk Synchron though? Let's check Master Duel. Junk Speeder. August, July, June. No topping decks, no events, just it topped it got to Master 5. What about Assault Synchron? Let's look up Assault. No, Assault Synchron isn't Junk though. I think Junk is probably never used or just rarely used. Which one? I'll just go with whatever chat says. Where's the Uwu tier? What the hell is Uwu tier? Rarely used? Rarely used? Okay, we can put in rarely used. That's fine by me. Okay, Jiracs are never used. Easy. Next, Karakuris is, I think, rarely used. Karakuris is either underused or rarely used. I did play Karakuris. They were terrible. Who uses them? They're used and like they are used. They're just not very good. Yeah, they're trash. They're so old. They're a combo deck that doesn't have any like special summons from the hand. Evil Tiles Uber rating incoming. No, Evil Tiles are already never used. Even the new support card curry wasn't great. Yeah. When I was playing card curries on stream, I was like, wait, is this deck just Auroradon Turbo? And everyone in chat was like, yeah, basically. Okay, Cash Tier is Uber. That's an easy one. Next up, Cull Servant, King of the Skull Servants. Never used. Cash is definitely Uber. Yeah. Ooh, Nightmares. Uber. I think Nightmares is probably one of the most successful decks of all time. Here, let's organize these a little bit. It's one of the most successful archetypes of all time, I mean, not decks. Okay. I love me some Skull Servants. Skull Servants are garbage. Ooh, Kokimirus. Did you know this deck was an absolute menace in Duel Links? It was so good in Duel Links that they had to, like, limit this card right here. And, like, a whole bunch of other cards. Yeah, that's bad. Next. Cosmos. We'll put it in rarely used just for funds. Next. Crawlers. We'll put Crawlers in... I'm going to look them up. Soma's really good. Crawler. Soma. Soma specials 2 monsters from the deck. Never used. That's fine. Actually, let me look in Master Duel. Crawler Soma. April. Man, they're not even playing it in Master Duel. Yeah, this is definitely never used. This is based on what? Why are gadgets never used? Because it's based on like competitive play recently. So even though gadgets were very heavily used in the past, they are not used today. Next up, we have Karibos. Easy, never use. Next up, Lovels. Oh my god, they're awful. Even though they have one of the best cards in the game ever in their archetype, it's banned, so you can't even play it. Next up, we have, ooh, the World Chalice. Wait, Link Karibo's over you? Shut the hell up, I'll ban you. Ib the World Chalice Justiciar. Lee, the World Chalice Fairy. Last time I saw play was in 2020. We can put World Chalice in rarely used. It's fine. Never used. Unbanned Ib. Yeah, they have like, they still have Ib banned, but Ib's like a +2. Laval Chain. I'm not going to put Lavals higher because of Laval Chain. Libromancers. I think Libromancers are actually decent. Libromancer. As a deck type. 2 tops. That's... I think that's underused. They have 2 recent tops. Decent with me Conco. That's so hilarious. Okay, Light Rays. Light Rays are garbage. Well, they're not garbage. They're just like... Light Rays are an archetype that revolve around having banished light monsters. And it's actually kind of hard to get a whole bunch of banished light monsters. So they're just kind of like hard to play. They're not bad. It's just like... I didn't think they expected the deck to be as hard to play as they ended up being. What are Light Rays? Light Rays are a whole bunch of like light versions of cards that exist. Where they can special summon themselves from your hand if you have like a number of banished light monsters specifically. Like this one requires 3 banished light monsters, and it allows you to use your light monsters in order to do things. But the cool thing about them is they all special summon themselves from their hand, so they're pretty good. Labyrinth? I think Labyrinth is Uber. You guys think it's OU? Here, we'll put in Uber and then check. Labyrinth. Labyrinth. Labyrinth as a deck type. In TCG, it's currently Uber. 21, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 8. This is Uber. You guys are crazy. You guys are saying this is OU? Yeah. Labyrinth is an easy Uber. What does Uber mean? It means they have this many tops in the past year. Literally, the whole page is We haven't even reached last year yet. This is an easy Uber. Basically, they're just like, they're super ridiculously played, which is all of these so far. Or, you know, their entire archetype is banned, like Dragon Rulers or Nightmares. Nightmares has 2 cards banned. Dragon Rulers have 3. I hate to say it, this is your Christian channel, but holy heck. Where Labs at last year, I forgot. The thing is, funny thing about Labs is the IKEA version allows you to play during your opponent's turn. So they're like a weaker version of Tier Laments, which is so funny that they're like search effects technically allowed to activate graveyard effects during your opponent's turn. Didn't they release Blaster? In Master Duel they did. It's still banned at TCG. Okay. I mean, you know, Dragon Rulers could be lowered off this tier. Here, we're going to like rank them. We'll put Dragon Rulers at the bottom. We'll put Chaos down here as well. We'll put this one up here. And we'll put Kashtira up here as well. Not above the engines, though. Okay. Okay, man, this... we're halfway through the list, guys. We're halfway through. We've only been streaming for 2 hours. I need to go faster. You can Nibiru True pitch it with furnitures. You can Nibiru Tribute without summoning with pitch it with furnitures. Wait, what? Labs is released with Runic and Valiants and Tactical Masters. Oh my god. I can't believe Valiants are also so top tier. Going fast. Yeah, I gotta go faster. You guys are slowing me down. Luna Lights. Luna Lights is, I think, an overused category. I gotta look this one up. Luna Light. As a deck type. No. Luna Light Tiger. I'm pretty sure they use as an engine a lot, though. I could be wrong. Oh, I am wrong. We'll put them in underused. Okay. Twilight Swords, never used. They're garbage. Lyrilisk. Lyrilisk are used a lot with, whatchamacallit, Tri-Brigade. I'm gonna put them in underused. Yeah, underused. Machina. Machina is used a lot with gears. I don't think they're an overused, but I gotta look this up because I wasn't expecting Infinite Track to be an overused. Machina. Citadel. Medulce for Uber? No. Holy shit. Underused is exactly where they belong. Okay, next up we have Medulce. Ooh. I gotta look at Medulce. Medulce performs pretty well with Vernislyphs. 2019? Yeah, I don't know about that. Medulce Pettingcessor. 2021. Let's check Master Duel. Medulce Pettingcessor. UU for Medulce, maybe? August, July, June. Top 8, top 16. I don't even know if they... I think they're probably rarely used, right? Realistically speaking, UU is fair. UU for Medulce, Copium. Check the XCs, not the main deck cards. Pettingcessor is their best card. If it's not seen play, then no one's playing the deck. You guys want underused for Medulce? Fine, we'll put it in underused. If I don't think it belongs there, it's probably a rarely used card. I know some streamers use Medulce. I think Medulce is rarely used. Honestly, you guys are hoping, you know, smoking too much copium. You use copium. Yeah, it really is. It just doesn't have the results for UU. It feels like there needs to be just a used cat. Medulce is cute and fun. Yeah, but they're not good enough. They're not like Lyrilisk or Libromancers. Okay, next up, we have Magical Musketeers. Never used. Let's look it up. Max Musketeer, Max. Oh, there's a lot. Musketeer, Max. Dexley's Blend to Pokemon tiers is dope. Yeah, the archetypes themselves. Holy shit, that is way more tops than I was expecting. Okay, we'll take them out of never used and put them in rarely used. Yeah, they flopped hard. The next Zodiacs, by the way. Dude, Musketeer Max is still probably one of the most broken Link 1 monsters. The only problem is it's part of a bad archetype. Okay, next up we have... Ooh, Magispectors. I'm going to put them in rarely used because they do have one banned card, you know? Even though it really should be never used. So, the funny thing about Magispectors, for those of you who don't know, is they're an archetype whose whole gimmick was that every single one of their main deck cards cannot be targeted or destroyed by your opponent's card effects. And when they came out, people were like, oh my god, these are so amazing. They're so good. And also, most of the main deck monsters search, and their boss monster was really good. It's basically like a DPE. And then, they banned their main boss monster, and the funny thing is boss monster was just better in other pendulum decks because their pendulum deck couldn't bring it out because their scales are like, they don't go above 6. So we'll just put it in rarely used. Turns out a whole bunch of main deck monsters that can't be targeted or destroyed by card effects just doesn't really matter if they don't do anything. And they all had like less than 1500 attack too. So you can just destroy them by battle. Okay. Ironically, they can barely remember Kieran. Kieran has an effect where you can bounce it to your hand and one other card on the field. And also it has 2000 attack and it can't be destroyed by battle. I mean, it can't be destroyed by card effects or be targeted. So it's basically, if you could remove it, it could just bounce itself to prevent it from being removed, and also one of your opponent's cards. And because it couldn't be destroyed by card effects or targeted, it was very hard to get rid of. It was like even harder to get rid of than DPE. Since it returns to your hand, you can't really touch a card in the hand. It was, honestly, it would probably see play immediately if it was unbanned. Okay. Next up, we have the Draco Slayers. I think Draco Slayers are probably just underused. You can technically bounce any pen on your field, right? I guess. I actually don't really know what its main effect is. Yeah, I think Draco Slayers is just underused, even if they don't really have too many top spots right now. Just because like the meta counters them really hard. Malefics! Ooh, never used. Let me look at Malefic Cyber and Dragon. Wait, what? Malefic. That is a deck type. How do you spell Malefic? Malefic. Cyber and Dragon. But in Duel Links, this was a good Gravekeeper deck. Never used. Manadiums. Manadiums are used, right? Manadium as a deck type. It has 2 tops in the last... We'll put it in underused. It's a modern deck. It's decent. What is the Manadiums? It's the final... I think it's the second to last one in the Visa Starfrost lore. It still seems a bit too fresh to be judged. Yeah. We'll just put it in underused for now. Next up, we have Marincess. I think Marincess is probably either underused or overused. Marincess as a deck type. 2023, 2023, 2023, 2023, 2023, 2023, 22. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It qualifies for overused. Which is surprising. I wasn't expecting that. Uber? Not Uber. Heck no. Marincess ain't that good. The Masked Heroes. Dark Law. (2023) 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It has 5 tops in the past year. And then June, Hero, Omni Hero, Hero, Endymion Orchist. Ishizu Tier Limits. Technically qualifies for overused. Technically. Masked Heroes in general, or UU or RU. Yeah, but Masked Hero Dark Law can be brought out with Masked Hero 2. So if you have a Dark Monster, you have access to Dark Law. Please check Master Duel as well. Okay. It should say even more play Master Duel. Masked Hero Dark Law. August. What is it? In Heroes, Dynamorphia. Look, a tier deck back in June. That's less than a month ago. Dark Law is a one-sided macrocosmos. Yeah, Dark Law is very good. I think it's an overused. The Masked Heroes are so good. It's the only reason heroes are even able to be in, like, the upper echelons of playability. Okay, next up, we have Mathmech Circular. Is this Uber? Mathmech. Did you do fish already? I fell asleep on the couch. I did. You missed it. We put him in F tier. Circular. Definitely not Uber. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is Uber. You guys are dumb. Maybe because I kind of like math. I lived for an hour and I got a massive wall. Circular was hit though. It was hit because it's so good. Uber, yeah, Mathmech's very good. Circular is probably the best Cyberus card in the game by a long shot. Yeah, Circular is so good. If like any other deck received a Circular version of it, they'd immediately shoot up in playability as well. More than Albaz? I don't think it's more than... Oh, not more than Albaz. Yeah. It's definitely an Uber card, though. If you do the math, they are Uber. Yeah, technically Uber. It doesn't seem like it is. You would think like, really? Mathmech is Uber? Technically, yeah. Give me flashbacks to trying to name every archetype quiz in Sportial. Why do you have Albaz and Uber twice? Because Despia and Albaz as a deck are technically two different things, but they're basically the same. Because they're always played by themselves. Why is math good? Yeah, Circular is a +2. That's special summons from the hand. Doesn't even use your normal summon. Mathmech was good when issues and bestials happened. They were still played during that era, I believe. Oh yeah, Stem. It's right here. You see it in the middle? Goatee made it into underused. We made sure to look up a lot of data to justify it, though. Did you do Metamorphs? I don't think Metamorphs is an archetype. Imagine before revealed and was shown as a fan-made card, the reaction to it. Oh my god, yeah. People with... Circular reads like a custom card. It's too good. It should be higher, but Stem, this is based on data, and technically Goatees have never topped an event. They just see like a lot of play by one dude on Master Duel. There's one dude in Master Duel who loves Goatee. He just hates fish. This is based on facts and data. I'm sorry, but, you know, sorry, not sorry. Still no flu? We haven't gotten to flu yet. How have we not gotten to flu yet? Oh, I think it's because... Why don't we have flu yet? I know flu is on here. I chose all the cards myself. And I chose M-Pen as the flu representative. Every archetype has at least one. Has at least one what? Ads again? That must mean it's been 15 minutes. Hey, look, only a fourth left. You skipped Dark World? No, we haven't gone to Dark World yet. Dark Worlds, but surprisingly, a lot of their cards don't start with Dark World. They start with the name of their card. I think I have Rainbow on here as the representative of the Dark Worlds. Remember, I'm the one who set this list up, so I chose every single card. Like, I chose a card to represent their archetype. So I remember picking one for Dark World. I just can't find it on here. Where's Magic Key? I think we put Magic Key in rarely used. Mecha Phantom Beast has some individual busted cards, but are awful as an archetype. Yeah, that's true. We haven't gone to Mecha Phantom Beast yet, have we? Dear Lord, he's actually doing it? Of course I am. We're halfway through it, too. Okay, next up, we have Mecha Phantom Beast, Tetherwolf. They have a lot of busted cards in the Mecha Phantom Beast. Even though the archetype itself sucks. I'm just going to put in rarely used. Cash tier is best, right? Yeah, look, cash tier is up here. It's in Ubers. You'd be so happy. I did. I finally got the UR symbol. Thanks for the 12-month subs, a Lotad. You are an ultra rare subscription. What are your thoughts on TR? I love TR, even though it's garbage. Okay, next up. Megalith. I can look this one up. Megalith. Fool. Did Cash run in Auroradon to the TCG list? I don't know. Branded Drytron, first place. Video is unavailable. What the fuck is this deck? Megalith Drytron? We'll put Megalith in rarely used. Whatever. Your husbando is ultra. He gives Uberter. Auroradon, Dracosac, Tetherwolf, O-Line could be the entire archetype. Its history wouldn't change at all. Yeah, that's about right. Oh, did you guys know, if we go back to Mecha Phantom Beast, Tetherwolf used to be the best card of the archetype. It was like a staple that was just played by itself. And that's hilarious that it's not the case anymore. Next up, we have Mecha Phantom Beasts. Not Mecha Phantom Beasts, Mech Knights. Mech Knights, I think, are underused. Or maybe OU. Let me check this up. I got this one up. Mech Knights are very good. Mech Knight. Purple Knight is the best one, right? Well, they're not as good as I thought. We'll put them in underused. Are you? They're trash? No, they're not. You guys are a bunch of hootenannies. They still see play. I just guess they don't see play the TCG. But in Duel Links, they dominate in Duel Links. They've been seeing a lot of play in the OCG, though. I think. Or I might be wrong. I'll put them in rarely used. The data doesn't support underused. Next up, we have Mech Lords. Okay, Mech Lords should go in never used. Mech Lord Emperor Weasel. Emperor Weasel. 2014 was the last time I saw play. Never used. Next up, Melfies. I think Melfies are probably either over or under. I'll put them underused for right now. Melfi Caddy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 tops in the past year. Is Melfi Uber? The Caddy engine's very solid. Underused, use 3 to 4 of them in Sprite, and that's it. This is definitely overused, at the very least. I don't think this is Uber. Uber's easily? The Melfi engine is literally 2 cards. Which is totally fine for that to be an Uber. I just don't think it's used enough for it to be Uber. Move it up? No, I think Melfi is overused. If we go to Penny. Yeah, it's the exact same play rate. Bestial Mary Sprite, Melfi Sprite, they're all Sprite decks. I don't think it's Uber. I think overuse is fine for this. Also, I need to use the restroom. I'll be right back. Hey, it's me. I'm the TheDuelLogs. I'm a psychic spider from outer space. From Earth. That's not Jupiter in the background. Anyone who says Jupiter in chat will be banned. Anyways, you're watching this probably because I'm on break. So, let's get started with the ad. Today's ad is, let's see, we already did one about Twitch, Prime and subs and stuff. Oh, are you tired all the time? Are you a tired boy or girl? Most of my audience is men. Did you guys know that caffeine in your body lasts for up to 10 hours, sometimes even longer? So if you drink something afternoon, chances are you still have caffeine in your body if you're trying to go to sleep at night. So that could be keeping you awake. If you drink lots of caffeine, that's probably why you can't sleep. I know lots of you guys don't sleep because I stream really late at night. Another one is, did you know people go to bed and then they stay awake for a long time before sleeping? Sometimes you can stay up for like over an hour. Not me, I go to sleep like in 5 minutes. Like I just pass right out every day. But if you do, you have to make sure to account that in your sleep schedule. Like if you have to sleep 8 hours and wake up the next day, maybe go to sleep a little bit earlier. Also, did you know if you play video games before going to bed, that can keep your mind active and keep you awake even longer? Find an activity to do to wind down your brain. Or a video game that doesn't require too much brain power, so Yu-Gi-Oh's fine. Also, exercise. If you exercise, you'll actually just be more rested at night for some reason. I don't know, I think it's something about working out your body. It gets tired, so you actually want to sleep at night. Also, eat less junk food. Eat real foods, because you have actual nutrition in your body. Junk food just make you feel bad. And last tip, if you have a... Okay. We are at 180 out of 312. Next up, we have Mermails. Has Mermail seen play recently? This used to be such a top tier deck. Oh, I spelled Mermail wrong. Pre-recorded fun facts. Yeah, 2022. Okay, they haven't seen play in a while. Rarely used. Time Lords. Guys, Time Lords are next. Meteon. What's the last tip? What was the last tip for what? I don't know what you guys are talking about. Meteon. I don't know what video was played. Metion. Oh, Metion, the Time Lord. 2019 was the last time they saw play. Rarely used. Metal Foes. When was the last time Metal Foes saw play? Metal Foes. Volflame. These were cracked and released 2018. Rarely used. Time Lords are a menace. You know about Time Lords, Stim? They had some funny FTKs. Yeah. Metaphys. Oh, Metaphys are never used. They're garbage. Microcoders. Microcoder. Underused. That's surprising. Whoa. Code Talkers would be Yugioh? Yeah, underused. Because they have like a couple of tops. Mist Valleys. Mist Valleys suck, but Mist Valley Avian APX is pretty good. I'll put it in rarely used, I guess. Was the account access code being Uber? Nah. Rarely used? Yeah. Morphtronics. Have Morphtronics seen play in the TCG? I know they see play in Master Duel. Not like a lot of play, but they can see play. Because Morphtronic Telephone is so broken. Morphtronic. It's so funny that Morphtronic Telephone exists. It's just a straight up broken card and nobody plays it. Rarely used. Never used? No, it has to be rarely used. Morphtronics are very, like... They can combo for days. Where would you put Flu? We haven't gotten to Flu yet. Next up, we have Myutants. Oh, I love Myutants. Never used. Next up, Naturiads. Naturiads are very good. Let's look them up. Naturia Mole Cricket. Uber? I don't know about Uber. I think overuse is probably good. Sheesh. Is this Uber? That is a lot of tops. It even won first place. But they're so good. They are very good. Probably Uber if MathMech is Uber. No, MathMech has way more tops than this. I think this is overused. I think this is a situation kind of like Exorcisters, where they perform very well, but they're just not played that much. Damn, it took first place at a YCS. No, WCS. What's a WCS? I'd say they're definitely overused, but I'm just debating if whether they're going to be OU or not. The World Championship Series? Wait, they won Worlds? Oh, a qualifier. They never got the recognition they deserved. I don't think they're Uber, but they are very high up there in the OU. They're surprisingly good. Yeah, I think OU is probably good enough for them. The problem is Sacred Trees. Oh yeah, Sacred Trees at 1. I forgot about that. OU because there's no pure top. Yeah. Next up, we have the Fleur Archon, the Necro Fleur. They do have Barone in their archetype, but it's definitely a never use because Barone's used as a generic boss monster. It technically isn't affiliated to its archetype like at all. Next up, we have Necroz. Pink is also generic. Yeah, but it's at least affiliated to its archetype. Because it allows you to tribute a Dino Wrestler monster, not just Pankratops itself. Was Exodia covered yet? No, I don't think Exodia's on here. Okay, Necroz. We'll put Necroz. Could theoretically be UU. Underused. I'll just take your guys' word for it. I don't want to look it up. Okay, next up, we have the Nemesis cards. Oh, the Nemesis cards are really good. I'll put them in underused. Because it also includes Arch Nemesis Protoss, which is banned. Next up, we have Neo Flameveil Lady. Oh, we can put Flameveils in never used. Easy. Next. Terrible. I don't even know why. Oh, I think this is representing all of Neospatians. And technically, one of the Neospatians was used a little bit, so rarely used. I mean, technically, 2 of the Neospatians saw a lot of play in the past. And technically, this little... whatchamacallit? Oh, I can't do it over here. I'm going to put it in rarely used. Even though it's probably more of a never used type situation. Aqua Dolphin comes up in tech every once in a while. Yeah, there's also like, you know, that one fusion card, the instant fusion for Neos cards, which can bring out some of their Neospatians as well. Hummingbird time. There is no Hummingbird. Ooh, Nimbles. Is this Uber? Nimble Beaver. It's either Uber or OU. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is Uber. I didn't think it would be that easy to determine. Yeah, it's used in Sprite. OU carried by Sprind. The thing is, Beaver and Angler are both very good. Yeah, leave it to Beaver. It's hard carry by Sprite. Should I just leave this in OU and just like put the Sprite engine itself in Uber? It's really Uber if only 2 cards in the whole deck. I'll leave it in OU for now. This is a case where it is incredibly used, which fits, you know, overused. And we'll just put Sprite in Uber because it's basically, it wouldn't see play without Sprite. Okay, next up, we have Ninjas. I think Ninjas have seen play. Ninja Grandmaster Hanzo. And they still use Grandmaster Hanzo in their decks. Ooh, look, a top 32 in January 2023. We'll put this one in underused. Next up, Noble Knights. Oh my god, Noble Knights, Noble Knights, never used. Ooh, punks. This is an easy Uber. Dude, punks are so good. I can't believe I slept on punks for so long. OU? Let's see the results of punk, shall we? Z-Amin. Z-Amin. Noah Punk Z-Amin. Oh, they're not played as much in the TCG. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 in the past year. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So we have 11 plus 8. They have 19 tops in the TCG in the past year. And if we go over to Master Duel, NOH, Noah Punk Z-Amin. August. Okay, yeah, there's a heck ton of them. Oh yeah, TCG doesn't have chaos. Doesn't have a chaos ruler. I think it's more of an Uber card because of in Master Duel because they still have chaos ruler. In TCG they don't, and they still play it. I think Punk is definitely an Uber tier. My favorite chaos enabler. Guess what? They're going to see in the TCG as much. Oh yeah, they're not gonna see it as much in the TCG. I forgot the Chaos Magical Dragon is banned in the TCG. How are they even playing this deck then? Punk Gold Pride? How did they use the Punk engine without Chaos Ruler or Halki Fibrax? No, just OU? Now I think Punk is Uber. Punk is a very good engine. Jam Session? Have you played Gold Pride? No. Punk have their own level 8? Yeah, but it's not as good as Chaos Ruler. It's used as an engine. Yeah, it's a very good engine. The level 3 for Gold Pride XCs, I believe. I have no idea. Punk Horse. The spell does something else. The spell is alright. Next up, we have Numbers Evel. This one is here to represent the entire Numbers archetype. I don't know how that works as an archetype. Basically every numbers card. Are there any good numbers cards? Like, how many good number cards are there? Numeron. Rongo. Rongo's alright. Shockmaster's alright. Are there a ton of banned? There are a ton of banned numbers. But most of them like have nothing to do with numbers, even though they're technically all part of an archetype. It's a gigantic archetype though. Like there were so many number monsters in the game. Diablos is good. It's OU. I guess. The thing is, if we put it in OU, then that means if you play underused, you're not allowed to use any number monsters. That's the thing. Because all of the number monsters are technically part of this. Tomahawk. The real boss monster would be the 100k Numeron XCs, OU, but technically, or UU, because they're generically splashable. Most of the decks don't use numbers. I guess that's true. Yeah, we'll just leave it overused. It is a gigantic archetype, even though they don't really work with each other. Okay, next up we have Numeron. Ooh, I don't think Numeron sees any play the OCG. TCG, I mean. Numeron Network. Technically a very good deck. Numeron OTK took top 4 in January 2021. Wow, that was a long time ago. We'll put this in rarely used. Uber? This isn't Uber. You guys are crazy. Uber. It's Uber. The best I would do is underused. Sure, it sees play a lot in Master Duel, but not anywhere else. It's a number archetype. These guys never saw an Ash Blossom on their run. But in Master Duel, it's the best bot deck. Something like that. Uber and low ranked. Now I'm just going to put it in rarely used. Well, I guess I can put it in underused. Okay. Umi Control. How did Umi Control perform in the TCG? Ocean Dragon Lord. Kairushin. It didn't? Psh, are you sure about that? Look at these two tops from last year. Top 8. Umi Control. We'll put this in underused. Rarely used? I think this is just an underused deck. It's clearly OU. No, it's not OU. Rarely used? Has Dark World? Dark World hasn't been rated yet. Umi Control, we're going to put it in underused. It's very good. You guys just don't understand how the economy works. Next up, Odd Eyes Pendulum Dragon. The Odd Eyes archetype. I would put this in rarely used. Who plays Odd Eyes? Ogdoadics. Let's put this in never used. Oh, Ojamas. Never used. Orchist. Orchist is... They still have Harp Horror banned in the TCG. I'm just putting it in rarely used for right now. Ogdoadics Uber. Shut up. Next up, we have Pacifist. Ooh, Pacifist. We'll put this in rarely used. Paleozoics. Paleozoics. Do they see play nowadays? This is either rarely used or underused. Paleo. As a deck type, we have 2021 was the last top. Okay, rarely used is probably fine for that. Canada? Yeah, Canadian. This is Paleozoic Canadian, just like you, Stim. Thanks for the gift. Oh my god, thanks for the gifted sub, Psychicscape 14. I really freaking appreciate it. Yeah, you Canadians? I know, right? Gross. Okay, Monarchs. We'll put Monarchs in rarely used. They haven't topped in a while. Perform Mages. Perform Mages, we'll put them in rarely used as well. Performa Pals. Performa Pals are probably underused because they have a lot of cards in them. Okay, next up, we have Photons. Never used. Okay, now we have the Bouncers. The Bonzers. Never used. So I'm grateful for not being born Canadian. Me too. Every day I wake up and I just think, thank God, you know? Nah, Pepe is Uber? Nah. Because it's still banned. We're not going on based off of banned cards. We're going based off of cards they can play right now. Kind of. You know, there's some leeway in there. Okay, next up we have wait, what are you doing? Heal Canadians. Even with Bouncer, it's still never used. Yeah. They basically only have one good card in the archetype. Photons! Photons! Photons have a lot of good XCs monsters, don't they? XYZs? We can put them in never used. I mean, rarely used. Okay, Armed Dragons. Oh, never used. Prank Kids. Prank Kids, they still have their main card banned. We'll put them in underused. Because they're usable in Master Duel at the very least. Next up, we have Predaplants. Rarely used. They're pretty good. The Chaz Uber Prank Kids are overused. What do you mean? I mean, they don't see playing TCG because they have Meow Meow Mew banned. In Master Duel, they don't even really see play either. Prank Kids. Meow Meow Mew. August 7th. They only have 2 August tops. Oh, wow. First place, though. At a community tournament. I mean, Prank Kids are good. What would I put them on? Underused? Yeah, underused is fine for that. They have a Broken Dragon copy. Yugioh. They aren't underused. Armed Dragon is Uber-based. Shut up. Predaplants. Prediction Princesses. Let's put this in never used. The Assault Mode Engine. We'll put this in rarely used. Bordering on underused. Let me look this up. Psy Reflector. Apparently it has a top. Rarely used is perfectly fine. We're with the Horus cards. They're not in the TCG yet, so they're nowhere. Ooh, the Psy-Frames. So we have Psy-Frame Gear Gamma. We have Omega, and we also have the Link 2. Hmm. Uber? Yeah, Lambda. Gamma is Uber. Their synchro monster is also good. Omega is still at 1. Yeah, and their Link 2 monster is also good, specifically because it lets you use Gamma. And searches Gamma. Since you put Prank in RU, I put Prank Kids in UU. They're right here. I'm gonna put them in overused. It's kind of like a Melfi situation. Is it? I don't know. Gamma is technically part of an archetype, but it's also just uses generic hand trap. I guess Uber. I think this is Uber. It's not topping as a deck, no, but like Gamma's very good, and Omega is also useful. It has 2 cards limited to 1. It has 2 of them, guys. Don't you understand how economics work? PSY frame. See, look, they have 2 cards in the ban list. Thanks for the raid, Roar Kalos. I'm going to leave it in Uber tier. I think Psyframes is probably Uber. Maybe overused. Actually, I'm not very confident on this. If I'm not confident, I probably shouldn't put it there. I'm going to put it in overused. Yes, welcome, raiders. Okay, next up, we have Purely. Oh, Purely. How does Purely do? Purrely. Uber? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's a lot of tops for a brand new deck. Okay, we'll put it in Uber. I'm fine with that. I was thinking Uber anyway. Man, this list is too big. The cute tier. There is no cute tier. Purely is the best deck next to Cashier right now. Not enough recently. Okay. I got cranked by Purely at locals. Okay, we'll leave it in. I'll leave it in Uber tier. You guys can stop yelling at me now. Cleeforts. Ooh, let's put this one in never use. They're garbage now. Next up. Ooh, Rockets. Is Rockets Uber or overused? I think this is probably Uber. I'm going to put it in Uber and then I'll check. Rockets. 1 Worlds? Did it really? Quick launch. Let's see. 2023. Are you sure this is Uber? I mean, it did win Worlds, I guess. It did win Uber due to Duel Links. Rockets isn't equal to Dragon Link? Yes, it is. There's no Dragon Link deck that doesn't play Rockets. Not Duel Links, Dragon Link. Dragon Link is just S tier in any new format. Duel Links doesn't count. Heroes beat Duel Links. Dragon Link was in finals of the world for Master Duel. Duel Links is TCG OCG. It won TCG/OCG World. So it's Uber. I'm fine with leaving it at Uber. Rockets are pretty good. Next up, we have... Oh, Fur Hires have been performing well. I think Fur Hires are UU. This is probably not the correct card to represent it. I should probably use the level 2 for it. Fur Hires Uber. I'm going to put it at underused for now. Here, we can look it up. I don't think they play it in the TCG, though. Fur Hire. What's the name of the level 2 monster? I don't know. We'll take a look at Donner. Damn, Donner sees a lot of play. It's because it's a generic staple. Look at Fulgo. Justice for Hire. 2023. Damn, that's a lot of for hire decks. Is this overused, actually? Wow. Yeah, that's a lot of tops. I wasn't expecting so many. Yeah, we're going to put it in overused. Runic Sprite for Hire goes hard, especially in MD. Do they have the for hire cards that make it good? Nah. OU? Nah. Ubers? It's not Ubers. Shut up. Recent deck carried by Runic, but Fulgo and the negates add a lot to the pile. Runic for Hire is nasty. For Hire's flopped, then got broken in Duel Links with support becoming decent. Yeah, they're decent right now. Raid Raptors. We'll put this in rarely used just because it's funny. Rose Dragons. Ooh, Rose Dragons. We'll put them in rarely used too. They were very good when Hulk was still in band. Red Eyes, never used. Garbage. Oh, here's Dark Lords. Dark Worlds. Rainbow. Okay, here's my uber argument for Dark Worlds. They can do a full hand rip by your opponent's draw phase as well as making a good board. They can also pair with many archetypes such as tier limits, and the amount of advantage they can get off of 2 or 3 cards is amazing. Also, Silva is banned in Master Duel. Dark World has also seen historic play. You know, those are all the reasons I was considering it for Uber as well. Rain. Bow. Over King of Dark World? Yeah. Okay, here's my Uber argument. There's only 3 tops, though. Do they not play this card? Here, I'll look up the Dark World extra deck monster. This is not Ubers. There's not enough tops for this. Even their extra deck monster, but they don't even need the main deck stuff. The fusion is ran in tier limits because King of the Swamp. Yeah, they can just run it in King of the Swamp, and even then. Okay, here's the Uber argument for Dark World. Top of OU. This is an OU card. There's not enough data to support an Uber's. Because if it was that good, then everybody would be playing it. Overused. Dark World loses too hard to Droll and Shifter. Yeah, we'll put it in overused. It's good enough for overused at the very least. There's no way it's Uber. Okay, now we'll go over to Reptilians. If we're putting big engines OU, then OU makes sense. Yeah, engines, we're putting them in OU. Unless they're like very good engines, you know, like a Shizu or Punk. I'm disappointed in you, chat. Stop copy pasting my comment. Never used? Yeah. This is never used. Rescue Ace. Rescue Ace. Did you know this card sets 4 cards from your deck? Like, that's crazy. This card is very good. Rescue Ace. Oh, I forgot the dash. Ace. What? Was I not spelling ace right? Let's see. Turbulence. No tops in the TCG. This does see play in the OCG, though. I think they might have cards that are a little bit better than this. For 900? Why are you guys timing out for a weird amount of seconds? It's a new deck, though. I'll put it in underused for now, because this is a very good deck in the OCG. Okay. Uber top tier teaching you won't play OCG because no Rorodon. Oh, is that what it is? Well, I think underused is still fine. Okay. Next up, we have Rika. Does Rika see any play? I don't actually know. I think it's a garbage deck that no one plays. Let's double check it just in case. Oh, this is an Uber. Wow, I can't believe it. This caught me by surprise. Holy moly. Wow, I thought this was bad, but it was actually very good. That's insane. Okay, let's shoot up all the way to the top to Uber. It's alright, I guess. Rika's hella good logs. What do you mean? Oh, you got me. I'm such a stupid idiot. I'm the dumbest idiot everywhere. Ritual Beast. Oh my god, remember when this was good? Let's put this in rarely used. Actually slandering Sun Avalon Engine 2 in the moment. Rigo only won because people didn't know what the deck does. It wins so much. You're so cool and mysterious. Oh my god, why thank you. See, someone gets it. Runic! I don't know, guys. Runic's alright, I guess. It's whatever. I think it's probably at least underused. Maybe overused, I guess. Just kidding. Why do we even pretend with this? This is an obviously Uber. Wow, we had 2 Ubers like back to back. That's crazy. Yeah, Ruber. Yeah, it carries so many decks. Yeah, it's very good. S-Force. I love S-Force Justify. It's just too bad the archetype it's part of sucks. Oh my god, the Parshath archetype is technically an archetype. You guys remember when Air Knight Parshath was like one of the best cards in the game? You know, in pre-synchro era. Yeah, that was a long time ago. Never used. Next up, we have Salamangreats. Does anyone play Salamangreats anymore? Let's put out Gazelle. Salamangreat Gazelle. 2023 was the last time it played. 2022. It doesn't even qualify for OU. We'll put it in underused. Yeah, UU. Nobody plays salads. Latest top, it's underused. UU for now, tentatively. OCG is good. Do they have like a new deck and a new card in the OCG that makes it better? Stellar Knights. Didn't they release new Stellar Knight support? Deneb. Stellar Knight Deneb. 2019 was the last time they have it. I think they have new Stellar Knight support, right? In the OCG? They have 29 new cards in the TCG. They have a new card in the TCG? Oh. Well, they still haven't seen play. We'll put it in rarely used. I don't know what their new cards are, though. Vendreads. Did you guys know Vendreads is one of the best decks in our format? Let's put this in rarely used. They eroded Stellar Knight Tolmaeus. Wait, what? When did they do that? Vendreads are based on what? Next up, we have Scareclaws. Does anybody play Scareclaw? Scareclaw as a deck type. They did? I don't think they did. Scareclaw? Oh my god, Scareclaw's garbage. We'll put it in rarely used. I think it's technically underused because the tops were from recent. No, I'm gonna put in rarely used. Scareclaws are garbage. Oh, Scrap. Scrap Raptor. Mandamium Piles. Ooh, 2023 Dinosaur FTK. I think Scraps can probably go into rarely used. The worst Visas arc. It really is the worst Visas archetype. Scraps are crap. Scraps are actually a pretty decent engine. UU due to dinos? I mean, dinos aren't even UU, though. With Vanadium? I don't know I'll put Vanadium in underused. I forgot. Oh, yeah, right here, underused. Scrap Dragon, though? Psh, psh. Oh my god, the Goblin archetype. Did you guys know this is an archetype, technically? Because it lists Goblin in this specific card right here. Never used. Goblin. Okay, and this is technically the Psychic archetype. Which uses level 3 or lower Psychic monsters. I'm not sure why this is listed on the archetype thing. I'll put this in never used. Rarely used? No. Shadow Beast. I think Shadows can probably go up to overused or underused. I'll put them in overused for now and look them up. Shadow Beast. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, 6. Technically overused. Can search for Side Reflector though? I guess. Sockets. It's a quasi archetype. Pay life points to do things. What's a quasi archetype? Oh, the psychic cards? Yeah. It is kind of an archetype. But is it a good archetype? Is it underused good? I think rarely used is fine for it. I like how Labyrinth Archfiend is part of Archfiend archetype, but of course no one thinks of that. Yeah, there's a bunch of random cards that are part of the Archfiend archetype. Next up, we have Shinobirds. Oh my god, I know this is a never used. Well, actually, it did top some events a long time ago. But that was a long time ago. Valiance. I think this might be overused, right? Valiance has been doing well. I don't think it's been doing that well, though. Valiance, the priestess. It's not good. Shino no me. Shino no me. We'll put this in rarely used. It's played in the OCG. It is, but not in the TCG. Could be rarely used, but it's too strong for NU. Yeah, it's too strong for never used. We'll put them in rarely used. Yeah, they are played in Master Duel. Shino no me. Shino no me. August. That's a lot of August, but it's only... Oh, wow. Kashtira variants, huh? Kashtira Valiance. What is even their end board? I don't care. Next up, we have... Ooh, Shiranuis. We can put this in rarely used because they were a menace in Duel Links. It's just Fenrir? Is it really? Oh, okay. Silent Magicians. Oh my god, this was a top tier deck in Duel Links too. Rarely used. So was Silent Swordsman. Never used. Simorg. This was also a Duel Links card. I'm not gonna look this up. I'm just gonna put it in rarely used. Because they have a very good Link 3 monster. Sky Striker. Man, nobody... They need to stop using Sky Striker. They'll put it in overused. Is banned. Next up, we have the Speedroids. Rarely used. Spellbooks. Rarely used. Or maybe never used. Should Spellbooks be never used? Spellbook of Judgment. Terratop Scaries, Speedroids. Terratop is so good. 2013 was the last time they saw play over here. Let's check Master Duel. Nothing in August. I think we can put this in never used. Next up, we have Spriggans. Ubers? I don't want to be biased. We'll look it up. Top 64. Springans. Merrymaker. Guys. These are Uber numbers. Yeah, hi Meowie. Look at... There's a full page of tops in the past year. Why he's upside down? Because I'm a spider. Oh, just the engine? Yeah, just the engine. Super Heavy Samurai Manadiums. Do they play any main deck cards? No, but they do play... What? Yeah, they do. Wait, do they? Spriggans, Therion. No, they just search out Therion King Regulus, don't they? So the extra deck is Merrymaker and Gigantic Champion Sargaz. Did I miss Master Pass Yu-Gi-Oh! With Meowie? No, we canceled it because Meowie wasn't feeling well. We'll do it again on next Sunday. OU because of Sargaz? Guys, Spriggans are so good. They're so good. They're literally Uber tier. Never used? No, did you see this? Look at this. Look at these. Look at this conversion rate. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 20... No, wait. 22. Or 21. 21 or 22. There's over 20 instances of Spriggans in the past year. Sure, it's only because they use Merrymaker to search out Champion Sargaz for a negate. And it's basically just an engine. I think it's a situation like Nimbles and Melfi, where technically they're very used, but not because of the archetype, but because of like 2 of their cards. Thanks for the gifted sub, Psychic Escape 14. I'll put it in overused because the Spriggan engine is very good. Even if people don't play the other good Spriggan cards as well. I should play Spriggans more often. In all of my machine-based decks. Let him be his bias. What are you talking about? Don't you guys see all of this data right here? Merrymaker is so good. You guys just don't understand how the economy works. Next up, Spiral Quick Fix. When was the last time Spiral saw play? Well, they still have Master Plan banned. We'll put Spirals in underused. Right next to Salamangreat. Uber? No. Next up, we have Star Seraph. Oh my god, when was the last time anyone played this deck? Never used. Next up, we have Star Duston. Oh, Dustons are definitely never used. Starry Knights, never used. Steel Swarm, never used. Gang Zings, the extra deck monsters I use a lot. We'll put it in rarely used. Subterror Guru. I gotta look this one up. Subterror Guru, the card. 2022, 2022, 2020. This is rarely used. Okay. Guru Control. Guru Control is not as used as you might think. Next up. Oh, the Sun Avalon engine. Is this Uber if it's only played with Rika in like a competitive deck? Sun Avalon Dry Ass. Dry Ass. Uber OU? I mean, it's just the engine, though. Isn't this basically... Like, Spriggan sees more play than Dryas. Gets half of the engine. Probably Uber. Rika's an engine in the deck, too. I guess. I guess it's technically Uber. OU just for the engine. The thing is, I don't know, like, how much of it is Sun Avalon and how much is Rika. Because they are both played together pretty heavily. They're, like, always played together. So, like, I know Sun Avalon is very good for just, like, all plant decks. So, like, I think it's an engine that's good enough to be Uber, just like Punk. So, I'll just leave it in Uber. Whatever. Next up, we have Super Heavy Samurais. Oh, yeah, this is an easy Uber. The whole reason Merrymaker was even played as much is specifically because of Super Heavy Samurais. Yeah, this wasn't easy. I don't need to look it up because so many of the other cards are up here specifically because of Super Heavy Samurais. Next up, oh, the Supreme King Zark deck is technically an archetype. Never used. Frogs. I think frogs are Uber. Like, they have so many... They had to ban Rodent-Toad. Swap Frog. Look at all of this play, but it's all Sprite decks. The thing is, Sprite really muddies this up. Frogs have... The thing is, frogs have always seen competitive play, like, forever. Ever since they came out. They just have not stopped seeing play. This has got to be one of the most successful decks in history. Successful archetypes. Successful, yeah, just a successful archetype. This is just a very good archetype. Overused? The thing is, it is technically Sprite that makes them good right now. It's not the actual cards themselves. It's just because they work really well with Sprite. So I'm going to put them in overused. Uber could make sense. It gets bumped from OU because of being good in the past. Yeah, but this is more about the normal play. Without sprites, no one's going to use them. Okay. Next up. Oh my god, is that a frog emote? Totally awesome. Okay, next up, we have Sword Soul. Does anyone play Sword Soul anymore? Mo-yay. Oh, I spelled it completely wrong. Mo-yay. I said Uber because frogs will be good next time water happens. I don't know about that. Damn, there's a lot. I don't know if this is Uber, though. I think this is just plain old overused. An easy Uber? I don't know if this is Uber. I think this is just overused. Oops. Surprised there aren't many great tops for Sword Soul? Yeah, there's not too many like tops for Sword Soul. Let's see, in this past year, we have 12, 3, 3, 3, I don't know. It has more tops than Math Mech. That is a lot of tops. But these are, a lot of them are from last year, like over a year ago. Back when the deck was performing a lot better. That is a lot. Do you think this is enough for Uber, though? Sword Soul's consistently mid, but that was all that was needed at Worlds. Did it do well at Worlds? It didn't even win at Worlds. I'm going to leave it in overused. It's not Uber. Next up, we have Sylvans. It got second at Worlds? Did it really? Sword Soul's not Uber? Yeah, I don't think it's Uber. Sylvans, we'll put this in rarely used. Next, we have, the Symphonic Warriors. This engine is decent, but I don't know how it works exactly. I just see it a lot in gimmick decks. I'm going to put it in rarely used. Yeah, I went 1-2 versus D-Link. Oh, they actually won a game. TG Striker. How does TG Striker perform? I don't know. I think TG is probably never used. Where is TG at? Oh, there it is. Never used. Next up, we have Tailwind of Gustos. Gustos suck. Never used. Next up, Tier Limits. Oh, this is an easy Uber. I'm surprised it took so long to get to Tier Limits. Okay, Tier Limits all the way to the top. Let's put them at the very tippy top. Yeah, they're the top of Uber. Yeah, it's the easiest Uber ever. No one's going to disagree with that. Tenyus. Oh, I think Tenyus are probably OU. They were seen play even before Sword Soul came out. OU, right next to Sword Soul. Yeah. Okay, the Agents. We'll put... Do Agents see play in the TCG? I know they see play in Master Duel. The Agent of Mystery. Earth. Is anyone here an Agentser? An Agents main? 2014 was the last time they saw play in the TCG. We'll put it over in... rarely used. Counter Fairies? They're not in Counter Fairies. They're in rarely used in A. No, they do see play in Master Duel, though. Is that a smash? No, it's not Meowie. Tier should be its own tier. It's not Smash or Pass. We're rating every single archetype in the game. The Arrival at Ignister. Does this card see play the TCG? The Arrival... Cybers at Ignister. Not really. We'll put it in... We'll just put it in underused to be nice to them, I guess. Whatever. My favorite card of all time? Yeah, we're being nice today. That's why it gets underused. The Fables! Fables, we'll put them in... I gotta look this up. I don't think Fables see any play. I don't know if they've ever seen any play. Cerebral, Fable, Runic Synchro, atop in 2022. 7th place. Well, it's at least not going to go into never used. It earns a spot in rarely used. Yeah. Penguins! Where's Flunder? We haven't got to Flunder yet. Never used. Next up, the Phantom Knights. Oh, this is an easy overused. Okay, the Phantom Knights, overused. There we go. Okay, the Weather. Oh, we can put Weather in rarely used. The World Legacy cards. The World Legacy cards themselves, I don't really see competitive play. We can put this in rarely used. Except for Wonderwand, which he's played in Orchest. Therions. Is this Uber? Let's look it up. I think this might be an Uber. Therion. King Regulus. People are playing the Spriggan's engine specifically to search this card out. Look at all these tops. It's even seen playing Rika Sun Avalon. This is Uber. Regulus is OU. Everything else is RU. I mean, Rika Sun Avalon is also playing the other cards. They're also playing Lily Borea. It's actually Uber. You guys are crazy. Look at all this. Yes, he's playing Earth Machine, Rika Sun Avalon, and Super Heavy Samurai. It complements every deck. Yeah, this is an Uber engine. Next up, Uber. Yeah, literally Uber by definition. Oh, Thunder Dragons. They still have Colossus bans. I don't think it sees play anymore. Thunder Dragon Colossus. It's also really good in Spriggans. True. Jack Atlas. Whoa, in 2020. What about Master Duel? Thunder Dragon Colossi. August. Oh, it still sees a lot of play in Master Duel. I'm going to put Thunder Dragons in underused. Okay. But in Master Duel, did we do Dynamorphia? We sure did. Time Thief Redoer? Ooh. Time Thief Redoer is a very good staple, even though the rest of the archetype's kind of mid. But the rest of the archetype's not bad. I'm going to put it in underused. Just because Redoer is so good. Next up, Tindangles. F tier. Never use. Nobody plays Tindangles. Tune. Nobody plays tunes. They're garbage. Next up, Trap Trick Sarah. Oh, crap. This is very good. Trap tricks are good, no doubt, when they pound face of the better trap decks, such as Labyrinth, but still very good, especially when you have full access to any trap at any time, as well as pop your opponent's mention. Back row, Sarah's a Link one. It's probably one of the best Link archetypes. Trap tricks do have one bad thing. If you don't draw a way to either trap card, turn summon, or a trap monster after getting it out, they just kind of fall flat. Trap tricks Sarah. I think this might be either Uber or overused. Definitely not Uber. There were nowhere near as many tops as I assumed. This might not even be overused. Because we only have... Oh, these are all 2023. No, the qualifiers are overused. There's at least 5 tops in the past year. It gets overused, not Uber though. First place. It does have a first place in March 2023. Trap Tricks is a local menace. Yeah, because it's a cheap deck that's very good. Next up, Trap Tricks is like the new support was just like banger. They did such a good job with it. Now we have the Tri-Brigade Fractal. Okay, Tri-Brigade. Where are you going to end up on this list? Fractal. I still acknowledge Tindingle. Don't worry, you're not alone. Wait, what about Tindingle? It is what it is. No one plays it. I play Tindingle. You are the one Tindingle stan. 2023. Oh my god, nobody plays this deck anymore. I think Tri-Brigades should still be an overused, even though nobody plays it anymore. There we go. Gravedigger Trap Hole is best Trap Hole card. Literally, Traptrix is just Trap Hole archetype. Yeah, pretty much. It was a menace. Top of Thunder used. Tri-Sprite is more common now. Is it? I don't know. Underused, I think. Here, let me take a look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They technically qualify for OU. They have at least 5 cards within the past year. Triamids! Let's put them in never used. They only see play in Duel Links. Ooh, Trick Stars. Do they see play anymore? Trick Stars. You guys remember when Trick Stars were like a menace? Trick Star Canadia. 2023. Someone actually played Trick Stars in 2023? 1, 2, 3. We have 3 Trick Star decks. Let me check the field spell. That's probably a better indicator of... because not all of them play Candina. Trickstar Light Stage is at 3 in the TCG? 1, 2, 3, 4. That just adds 1 more to it. 5. Oh, never mind. It adds more. There's 5. That's enough for OU. Where did Flu land on the list? Flu? We haven't done Flu yet. Yeah, checkmate, atheists. Let's put it in overused. Didn't Light Stage go back to 3? Am I wrong? It is back to 3. Check Master Duel. No, it has a lot more play in Master Duel. I already know that. Okay, next up we have the True King archetype. Nobody plays True Kings. We'll put them in rarely used. No. Should we put them in never used? Well, now Lithosogem did see a lot of play. VFD is banned. Yeah, Lithosogem, we'll put it in rarely used. Rarely used is fine. VFD is banned. Okay. Nobody plays them equals rarely used now. Yeah, pretty much. Nobody plays them anymore. But it's like they're not as bad as the never used cards though. That's where we're putting it a little bit higher. Rarely because of VFD carry. And Lithosogem was also used a lot in like dinosaur decks before they stopped using it. Okay, Synchrons. Synchrons are good. Does anyone play Tuning though? 2023 Bestial Control. Let's take a look at Assault Synchron. The poster boy of Synchrons in modern day. I'll be nice and put them in UU, underused. OCG loves them. Aren't they going to get like a new card that makes them better? We're going to put them in underused. That's fine. Check Speeder. Speeder has 0 tops. Next up, we have UAs. Never used. Unchains. Oh my god. Unchains. Does anyone play Unchained? Unchained deck type. No. Literally the only person who's top with it is Distant Coder. Rarely used. Next up, Ursarex. Oh, this is like the poster boy for never used. Next up, we have Generators. Vala. Seedreer of the Generator. 1 top in March 2023. That's a recent top. Should I put this in underused? Because that is a very recent top. We'll put it in underused and be nice. Check the field spell. What field spell? They're only using MD because they're new. I'm gonna be nice and put it in underused. Boss stage. Okay, I'll check boss stage. Oops, wrong one. Nope. Okay, next up, we have vampires. Oh my god, does the zombie vampire count as a card? Because that one's pretty good. Vampire. The zombie vampire. I guess I didn't see that much play. We'll put it in rarely used. Next up, we have Vanquish. Are Vanquish souls good? I don't know anything about this archetype. Vanquish souls Razan. 0 play. They're decent. I'm just going to put them in rarely used because they're new. And I don't know anything about them. Overused, maybe? Time to main Vanquish souls. UU, OU. Good in the OCG. I'm going to put them in rarely used for now. I don't know anything about them. With TCBOO, they're just expensive. Are they? I don't even know how they play. Next up, we have Nobunaga. Oh my god, this archetype sucks. Next up, we have Virtual World. Rarely used. Next up, we have Visa Starfrost by itself, apparently. Nobody plays Visa Starfrost. Vision Hero Varus. Oh, the Vision Heroes. This has to go next to the Elemental Heroes. Where are the E-Heroes at? Here's that one and that one. There we go. Visa Starfrost. Visas is technically not finished yet. VFD is a Virtual World card. Wouldn't Visas be a similar situation with Albaz? Yeah, pretty much. Where it should be up here next to the tier limits. But the thing is, nobody played Visa Starfrost in tier limits. Have you seen the Visa's cult deck profile? No, what's that? Fine, I'll put Visas in rarely used. Whatever, who cares? Next up, we have Vylons. Ooh, Vylons suck. Let's put it in never used. This is my first time getting to your stream. Just wanted to say your list is missing the Bamboo Sword archetype. If you need a refresher on them, I think 1 or 2 people have used them pure. People have used it pure? Can you even do that? This won't have every single archetype. It'll have most of them. I'm using a list that someone compiled online. Vylon is counter parries though? No, they're not. Nobody uses Vylons and counter fairies. Vylon Omega? Vylons are garbage. Where's Battery Man? Where do you win over Battery Mans? Oh my god, War Rocks! Have War Rocks ever seen play? The thing is, I can't add cards to it once I've started. That's why, you know, other suggestions just cannot be added to it. Mumud. Never used. Adventure! Should Adventure be overused or Uber? Uber, OU, 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 UU, Uber to the top. Adventure was Uber. Adventure, definitely Uber. They banned so much. Check recent tops. Water Enchantress of the Temple. 2023, 2023, 2023, 2023, 2022, 2022. It still sees a lot of tops. This is either overused or Uber. It used to be an easy Uber. They banned Water Enchantress so much. They didn't ban Water Enchantress. I think we'll leave it at Uber. This is, you know, it could be Uber. This one, I think this one, you know, personally, with a feeling, I feel as though it leans on Uber. Griffin Rider is banned? Is it really? No, it's not. I think Griffin Rider is banned in the OCG. Yeah, in the OCG, not in this one. Oh my god, you guys don't know nothing about nothing. I'm the genius here. Oh, sorry, I'm of humble intelligence. I was told to stop calling myself a genius because it makes other people feel self-conscious about not being a genius like me. TCG has the full engine. Yeah, it's like fully unrestricted too, isn't it? I'll say it for you. Chat, you're dumb. He's a narcissist. Of course he doesn't. Wait, what? I don't think he knows what humble means. I'm not a narcissist. I am but a humble servant. It's okay. I can tell you're a genius. Sand Celine is the only one who gets me. Everybody else is out to get me. That's what a narcissist is. I'm not a narcissist. A narcissist thinks like the world owes them everything. I don't think the world owes me anything. I just happen to be a little bit accomplished. That's all. You know, leave it Uber. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it at Uber. I was just ordering something on my phone. Next up, wants. Never used. Next up, wind-ups. I think they used it a little bit when Lynx came out. Never used. Next up, Wind Witch. Wind Witch, we'll put it in rarely used. It still is a good engine. Ooh, Witchcrafters. We'll put this in rarely used too. I think they're too good for the never used here. Next up, Worms. Never used. Next up, XX Saber Gothams. Never used. Hey, got top 500 worlds with Watts. Don't hurt them that much. You got a top 500 WCS Master Duel with top 500. You played Watts. What was your deck list? I'm curious. I like Watts. I used to play Watts a lot. Next up, Yosenju's. Yosenju's. We'll put them in rarely used. They're still a decent stun deck. Zephyra. Ooh, Zephyra good. Zephyrath. I won a single round my local tournament with a bamboo sword, so they're better than everything in number used. Shut up. Zephyras. We'll put them in rarely used. Yosenju's respect for being what spirits should have been always been. Yeah, they're basically power crept spirits. Except spirits are still pretty good. Zodiacs. Okay, we'll put this one in Uber. Easy Uber. Thanks for the raid, Nim Nim. Oh my god, we're almost done. Next up, we have Zababa Bancho Gagaga Coat. So, how are Onomats? Do Onomats perform well in the TCG? I don't think they do. Zubaba Bancho Gagaga Coat. Don't you already have Go-Go on there? I don't think so. Pendulum mentioned? Yeah, we already rate all the Pendulum decks as garbage. It was played in Adamanticators? No, it wasn't. This is a fake event. Utopic Lunalite. I think this is maybe a real event. No, I think that's one's fake too. Well, this card was top tier in Duel Links for a little bit. But I don't think that matters. I think Onomats are never used. What about ZW? ZW is a little bit better than Onomats. ZW... What's the good ZW card? I don't think this is the right one. I should have picked the Negate. I don't know why I picked Tornado Bringer. What's the good one? Are you? They pair with Utopias? No. Oh, ZW? Yeah, ZW might be Pegasus. Is Pegasus the good one? Pegasus Twin Saber? Oh, yeah, here it is. Nope. ZW Ascended Sage? I don't think that's a ZW card. Ascended Sage. Ascended. You guys don't know how to spell Ascended. It's ZS, not ZW. Oh my god, nobody even plays this card either. It's ZS. Now we're going to finish ranking 300. That's crazy. Already did. This is the last one. I'll put ZW in rarely used just because I think it's decent-ish. Where's Flu? I don't know why Flu wasn't included. I did add Flu specifically to this. Because I would put Flu probably up here and overused. Did I miss anything else? Where's Lyrlis? Lyrlis is on here. The Gate Guardians? I don't know why Flu isn't on here. I 100% added Flu to the list. I don't know how it got missed. Naturia isn't overused. Right here. See? Oh, you guys can't see this. See, right here. Where's Ghost Trick? Oh, Ghost Trick is in underused, I believe. Right. Where did I put it at? Did I put it in rarely used? I don't remember. It's finally the end. I think the only one I missed, like the major one, was Flew Under Rees. Dragon Ruler is not Uber nowadays. Sag. Psh, they still have all their cards banned. Never mind, I see it. ABC. ABC is not on here because it wasn't on the list I had. Here, I'll give you guys the list. This is where I pulled the list from, because did you guys know there's over 300 archetypes in the game, and there ain't no way I'm looking through all of them manually? So if you want to blame someone for not including an archetype, blame them. Although I don't know where Flew Under Rees is at. Did you miss Mist Valley? No. We have Mist Valley Avian. I can just use Mist Valley and Avian Apex as the Flew Under Rees stand-in. Here, we'll put it in overused. There. Pretend Mist Valley is not on the list, and we'll use this for Flew. Actually, we can look up Flew right now. Mist Valley. Apex Avian. Mist Valley. How do you spell... Oh, it's right there. Ooh. Oh, is this Uber? Is Flew Uber? I think Flew might be Uber. Here, we'll put it up here in Uber tier. Right next to tiers? No, I don't know about that. Here, we'll put this at the bottom. We'll put Punk towards the bottom. We'll put this towards the bottom. We'll put Chaos towards the bottom. And we'll put Adamantipated towards the bottom and leave everything else alone. Mr. Logs, can you bump up Endymions considering this as payment? Thanks for the 100 bits, Naren NP. No, but Endymions are garbage. Nobody plays them. They deserve to be rarely used. Anything else? Zoo next to tier? No. I'm going to leave this how it is. I think this is pretty good. Good enough. It's not perfect, but it's good enough. What about Cyber Angels? It wasn't on the list. Look at the list. Oh, and just know that Mist Valley Apex Avian is a stand-in for Flew because Mist Valley sucks, so it doesn't really matter if they're not on the list. We're missing Guard Dragons for Ubers? You're right, we are. Favorite part of the stream, Mr. Logs? Favorite part of the stream? What are you talking about? Where are the retrains? Oh yeah, Flying Fortress. Is Nimble Beaver for sprites? No, Nimbles is for Nimbles. Oh, we don't have sprites on here. Fuck. Why was there no sprites either? Therion looks out of place in Ubers. Therion has so much competitive play, it's kind of crazy. There's no sprites on the list. We can use frogs or nimbles or Melfies as a stand-in for sprites. You can save it and add it in. Whoever made this hated sprites and Flew. I'm pretty sure they were in the list. Does Therion count as a competitive play when it's just Regulus and Super Heavies for 2 weeks? We looked at it on stream. It sees play in more than just Super Heavies. Runic already is an Uber. I would say that counts. Where's the Roids? They're at the bottom where they belong in the garbage tier. Bump up Thunder Dragons? No. They're garbage. Nobody plays them. They're not good enough to be overused. Earth Machine uses 3 Regulus. They see play in Earth Machines, Rika Sun Avalon, and Super Heavy Samurais. Therions are a very good card. Let's see. As a stand-in for Sprite, I wish I could just add extra cards to this. But I can't do that without resetting the entire list. Just use Beaver? Okay, we'll use Beaver. Beaver sprites. Evil. Oh yeah, there's no live twins on here either. Easy search with Riverstormer. Can't you download it and then like edit it in Photoshop? I mean, I can just add them on screen, but I don't want to. Frogs? Yeah, frogs isn't overused. Here, we'll put these ones together. Frogs and Melfies. We're going to have Nimbles up here representing Sprite since we forgot them. Do a part 2 with Sprite and Flew. They're right here. Sprite and Flew are right here. What do you mean? Horrible list. 4 out of 10. It's good enough. Like, there's over 300 on here. It took 3.5 hours to go through 300. Use your model as a live twin stand-in. I don't want to put live twins in. Live twins are dumb. Nobody even plays live twins. Do we see Time Thief? Yeah. Do we have Mikanko? Yeah, Mikanko's on here. Shouldn't Sprite be next to tier? No. Sprite deserves to be wherever it is. I would say 3 out of 10 tier list. 1 point for every hour I need to finish the tier list. Back to Dark World, they're so good they need Uber. They don't have the results for Uber. This is based on facts and logic, not sentimentality. Life Twin Trickstars are basically the same archetype anyways. No, they're not. Where's Aitsu? In the garbage. Roughly how many of these archetypes have you played, Mr. Logs? Most of them. If I want to go through every single archetype and see which ones I've played, I played every single one in Ubers, except for Purely. Let's see, Overused, I played all of these as well. If we go to Underused, I've played... Oh, I haven't played all of these. I haven't played Abyss Actors, or Plunder, or the new Illusionists, or DDDs for Reals, or Libromancers, or Gold Pride, or Mandaniums, or Code Talkers, or Prank Kids, or Rescue Ace. I've played a majority of these, but there's a lot I haven't played yet. Spriggan's Nexus Swordsoul looks kind of funny without context. Yeah, you wouldn't know that Spriggan's is a very good engine. Spriggan's are so good, what do you mean? You probably like Plunder since you like Spriggan's? No. They work very similarly. Okay, well, this is the list. This list is perfect. There's no need to change anything. Wait, Plunder isn't here? Yeah, it is. It's right here. It's in Underused. I hope you guys enjoyed this list. I need to go now to rest my throat. I'm actually going to take the rest of the week off from streaming so I can rest my throat properly, because it didn't heal over the weekend. And I was like just popping cough drops nonstop this whole time. Boop, 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 boop. Yeah, more cough drops. I had like 5 cough drops while doing that. I need to rest my throat. I can't constantly have my throat hurt. Is it because of snoring? No, it's because of streaming. It's because of streaming and because I record like a shit ton of audio every day. And recording audio is just straight up more important than streaming. So if I can cut one of them, I have to cut streaming for a week, so I can let my throat rest. I could also let it rest if I just talked quieter, but I don't know how to do that. Remember to rest your throat settings. I can rest my throat as long as I just don't stream on this channel. Okay, let's go. Hire YouTubers or vids. Real collab idea? No, I don't have the money for that. I'm running out of money. Who's online right now? Is that... Let me take a look at everyone. On this channel means secret streams? Oh, you know it. Bye, Mr. Log. See you, Sansaline, Kira, or Mogu. What is Mogu doing? She's playing League of Legends? Ew. Ooh, Kira's on, but so is Imanawana Shina. Mari's on too. We almost never get to raid Shina. Have you started any voice exercise to make it not as bad on your throat? No. Those don't work. I just need to like not talk as much. I'm curious about Shina. Shina is pretty great. She also plays Yugioh. She doesn't like play it on stream anymore, but she does know Yugioh. Okay, I'll see you guys next week. Goodbye.